All right, so we're talking about Hollywood's favorite power couple. Original power couple. Hollywood obviously has disassociated with Epstein and Maxwell, but we all know back in the day that they were tight within the inner circles of many of the elite Hollywood people. So, no point in hiding it, if you know what I mean. The truth is, there is a rot in Hollywood. A major rot, if anything. And Hollywood is dead. And you can find it in yourself. I don't want to take you dancing when you're dancing with the world. You can flash your caviar and your $1 million car. I don't need that kind of girl. But could you be the next sensation? And will you start the latest style? So we're going to look up a little bit of Epstein. I'll pull up a couple things real quick. I'm going to get the chat up and running and going to highlight a few chats. I want to thank everybody for joining in. This will be the last stream of the night, and then I'm going to go right to bed afterwards. But yeah, we're going on a bit of a subscribe booster. I appreciate everybody trying to help us hit 10K subs. It means a lot. It means a lot. You guys are incredible. I've had a lot of people who've been curious and trying to help out in any way they can, and I just want to say I'm really appreciative of everybody for just being so kind and helpful. So I'm going to be pulling up a couple things. Sorry. So we're only 19. I can't believe it, man. We're 19 subscribers away from 8,200 subscribers, man. We're really kicking ass, dude. We're really kicking ass on the YouTube algorithm. Give me one moment. Swiss made, what up, brony? You're my pink brony bro, and you dance at the gay club. Sorry, you guys, I'm getting things squared away real quick. My bad. Just getting a couple things on the Swiss made. Thank you, brony bro. I appreciate you, man. You're a pink brony bro, and you dance at the gay club. Oh my god, we're just having fun. Thank you guys for tapping the like button, though. It really does help the channel grow. So Epstein was cloning babies? Is that a thing? No fucking way. I am very curious about this. What the hell? But yeah, Ghislaine and Epstein were both like Hollywood power couple, bro. They were the OG Hollywood power couple because Hollywood's full of rot anyway. Hollywood is rotten to the core.
Obviously, that you have everything, so we can.
Absolutely. You have friend right out here?
Yeah, no, he's in the car.
Okay, I just want to talk to you.
No. He's not going to come in. I just.
Okay. All right, let me grab it. I'll show you.
Thank you.
What you just saw there is a bombshell video of an FBI sting operation released by the DOJ featuring Epstein's old butler, Alfredo Rodriguez. In this video, it looks like Rodriguez believes
Frog eat frog,
he is
what up,
selling
bro?
a personal notebook of Epstein's
Pink
to
brony
someone
bros.
representing a lawyer of Epstein's victims. Now, Rodriguez claims the contents of this book is full of the names and contact information of wealthy businessmen with whom Jeffrey Epstein was associated.
Hey, thank you guys for tapping the like button, though. The more likes we get, the better. It does help the channel grow in a lot of ways. Also, please subscribe to the channel. We're a little smaller, but we're trying to grow as big as possible. So whatever you guys could do, it does help out quite a bit. So thank you guys for tapping the subscribe button. Let's get back to the show. Let's get back to the show, everybody. Gonna be a hoe, everybody.
Take a look at some of the shocking clips we have from this video and notice when Rodriguez mentions Ghislaine Maxwell allegedly being in possession
yeah.
of a database including naked underage girls.
Oh, gross, dude. What the hell? Hey, guys, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, though. The more subscribers we get, the better. It does help the channel grow. So don't forget to subscribe. We are trying to reach 10,000 as quickly as possible. So any assistance you guys can give, it means the world to me. And love you guys. And Frog Eat Frog is my home dog. And, well, I should say my home frog. Frog Eat Frog. My home dog. My home frog.
You will see a lot of important people here that they just show you the personal secretary of Epstein. They are addressing your emails, all of this was happening.
So damn. So he was trying to clone babies? I'm still kind of confused. This is some grainy. This is kind of some grainy footage. I could barely hear what the fucker's saying.
Rodriguez was subsequently arrested for failing to turn over the book to authorities and eventually pleaded guilty to obstruction charges, and Rodriguez later passed away in 2016.
Interesting. Isn't that interesting how he later passed? I just, anytime these people reveal anything about the Epstein files and they suddenly die a year later or 2 years later, isn't it a little bit sketchy? Isn't that just a little... Let's look at ABC. I hate TMZ with a passion, so I'm not a big fan of ABC News either, but let's just go to ABC News and let's see.
I can turn your wildest ideas into a song.
I don't give a shit.
Everyone, within the 3 million some odd Jeffrey Epstein files released by the DOJ in recent weeks, hidden camera video is shedding.
Hey, thank you so much, Nate Dogg. I appreciate it. Thank you for the happy poop yum yum. So, you know, I kind of want to get this started off on a positive note. So we're going to watch, I'm going to react. I've already reacted to this, but I got to hear it again. It's so good, dude. It's so good. So fucking good, dude. 'Cause I am the Tin Man. Now, my buddy Billy did come up with my buddy Billy did make a good point on this. This does sound a little bit like Shinedown. Now, I want you to know, if you guys believe that this sounds like Shinedown, please let me know. I kind of hear elements of Shinedown, but then again, any alt-rock group kind of sounds like Shinedown to some extent or the other. I say that Shinedown copied a lot of their style from Nickelback and a little bit of Metallica. But here, let's just listen to this real quick. This is amazing. Thank you for the happy poop yum yum, Mr. Nathan. I appreciate it big time, bro. I love the happy... You guys know me. I love the happy poop yum yums. Stress. Express. I calculate the grief I ought to feel, but none of it is real. This is so fucking tight, dude. This is it. Dude. I gotta look at these lyrics real quick. It's fucking epic, dude. Oh, I don't think there is any. The only one. 3 prototypes had come before. He gave him hunger, gave him thirst, gave him emotion. He was cursed. They learned to fear my brother, Lord. I have a positronic brain. I wear a space, but not so epic, dude. So fucking epic. If you guys don't think this is epic, if you guys don't think this is like the most epic song in the world, dude, like the Tin Man, bro. Amazing. I am the Tin Man. Oh, I am the Tin Man. And I can walk and I can talk. In control. It sucks when AI is making better music than what artists release today. Now, granted, I do have a bias towards this song because, one, it sounds like... well, first off, it's my kind of music. Two, I have another bias to the song because it has all the Star Trek characters in the music video. And it's all AI generated. You guys know that I am gay for AI, right? Super gay for AI. I can't help it. I love AI. I think AI is fantastic. ChatGPT. Now... We'll react to just a couple more minutes of this. And then we'll get to the Epstein shit. And I can talk. E.T. says this shit's racist. Wait, was that a Gorn? Oh, that was dude, that was a motherfucking Gorn. I did not notice that before, but that is a Gorn, dude. The Gorn. Gorn porn. I don't know what it is about this shot, but it's amazing. Right here. This shot alone. Let's just let that sink in for a second. Data sitting on his mattress, drinking what appears to be a bottle of Jack or something, or a bottle of some whiskey, with an Enterprise NCC 1701 shirt on. Fuck yeah. Hell yeah, dude. Well, this kind of looks like my room. Wait a minute. This is my room. That's my bedroom, dude. No, I'm just kidding. It's not my bedroom. Don't worry. Inside me. I don't know all the lyrics. I've heard it a couple times. So I love it. Share my brother's fate. I am the Tin Man. So fucking epic, bro. I am the Tin Man. Now I am the tin in the rain. Yeah. See behind the king my own. Dude, this part might be the saddest. I'm gonna say this. This part of the song might be the most gut-wrenching one, because the episode where Data made his own daughter might be one of the most emotional episodes in Star Trek history. And it's literally about an android creating another android. I think the irony was how much his daughter could feel and how much he could not. And in a weird way, that actually hurt Data without him realizing it. That's the way. I don't know. I can go into that, man. Further from me than to mankind, she felt things I had never known. Emotion overwhelmed her core. She was not hollow anymore. A sickness that I could not heal. She said she loved me as she died. I sat in silence by her side because her love was truly real. Ripped this android apart, and I lost some of my parts. Dust softly on my soul, or am I in? Fuck, I love Star Trek, dude. And I also love shit like this that's dedicated to Star Trek. It's just amazing, dude. And kind of just adds a little bit of a layer, things that you may not have noticed before. Like, just like the way this song describes everything. It's my God. Like, it's fucking, I mean, this is AI shit. I get it. But damn, dude. Okay, I do like that Riker scene where he's like, look at this. Hold on. Okay, this right here, if you have never heard of this band, you don't know music. No, but by the way, if you have not heard of this band right here, Riker, Geordi, and Data, you clearly don't know music, bro. You clearly don't know music. Oh, no, hold on. We saw some Scott Bakula. Right there, dude. So we got motherfucking Scott Bakula drinking I don't know. He's drinking a beer. And then I can't remember who she is. And I don't know who that is. But anytime I see, I've got faith of the heart, I'm going where my heart will take me. I've got faith to believe I can queef on anything. Inside me. Fuck it, dude. This song goes way too fucking hard, dude. It's crazy that AI can make cool shit like this, because this really is actually good. It's really crazy just how good this song is, bro. So good. I have a chip inside my head, but I will leave the circuit dead if Hold on, wait a minute. Hold on, wait a minute. I gotta go back a little bit. Is that... No, hold on. Go back a little... Is that Gene Roddenberry? I'm not gonna lie, that might be the coolest thing I've seen. So it's Gene Roddenberry. They AI generated what looks like, what appears to be Gene Roddenberry, but they turned him into a partial Borg drone. How fucking cool is that, dude? How cool is that? Amazing. If I feel love, then I feel hate. And I share my brother's fate. I am the Tin Man. Fuck yeah, dude. In the rain. This is amazing, dude. I'm not gonna lie. Can we just take a moment to appreciate this right here? We got to Paul, the EMH, emergency medical hologram. We got Picard, and then I don't know who this chick is. I want to say that's Major Kira. I think that's Major Kira, and then the guy behind him. I don't know who that was. Rip the Android apart. Am I the sum of my parts? Does Starfleet on my soul? Dr. Bashir, bro. Or am I in control? Ducat, let's see. Every smile I fake, every bond I break, every breath I take, every choice I... Oh, Cisco, baby. Look at that, dude. I don't know what... I'm assuming that Cisco's pounding down some A-hole, but... we got Gene Roddenberry looking sexy. We got Ben Cisco, dude. Captain Cisco. That's just too fucking cool, dude. Oh, Chakotay, bro. Chakotay, O'Brien. Scott Bakky. Dude, okay, so Archer, I think that's Crusher. Chakotay, O'Brien, and then I don't know who that is. Fucking, I saw some Tuvok, bro. I saw some motherfucking Tuvok in here, dude. Inside me. So fucking epic, dude. There is like no... I can't explain the level of epic this is. Except for just appreciate the fuck out of it. Oh yeah, we got Data doing... Dude, Data looks like a fucking pimp, dude. Everybody's looking good, bro. Why am the Tin Man? I am the Tin Man. I am rusting in the rain. Okay, that is a cool fucking shot right there. That is a cool fucking shot, bro. No way. Just Data on the piano. They're clearly in some sort of quarters on the ship, dude. Amazing, bro. I don't know what to say, man. That was too fucking cool. I'm speechless, bro. Well, I That's amazing. It's still so fucking amazing. Anyway, let's watch this.
Light on a little known
So this is Epstein's Black Book and the butler who stole it. This is crazy. So we're going to get into this a little bit. Slappy Bigelow says, I came to see motherfucking doom.
critical story of Jeffrey Epstein's infamous Black Book. How did the FBI ultimately secure the only known copy? Jill Bryan has a fascinating story in tonight's Prime Focus.
Who created this book?
Epstein himself.
This book was made by Epstein?
All his Mercedes, all his planes, they were supposed to have this. He made all of this disappear.
A hidden book, a sting operation.
Everything's on track now. I'll have every.
Here's the thing, man. This all seems very sketchy. I want to know what happened to the guy who gave him the Black Book.
Everything all ready to
Because this is Epstein's motherfucking Black Book, bro. What happened to the Black Book? That is the question. This will be unveiled, hopefully. Now, I do believe that ABC News is fake. I think all mainstream media is fake. I really do, including Fox News. I may lean right, but I still think even Fox News is ridiculous. All right, let's get into this a little bit. Let's go.
tomorrow. Are you going to be available tomorrow afternoon?
And a secret camera.
Those are girls' numbers, or these are girls' numbers?
No, all of this to here.
Newly released FBI audio and video from the Department of Justice's trove of Epstein records detailing like never before the mission to recover the only known copy of what investigators and others have called Jeffrey Epstein's infamous Black Book.
Do you guys think I could get a hold of that Black Book? Do you guys think I get a shot to get it? I think I could get it. No, I doubt it.
Jeffrey Epstein investigation, they never had that Black Book. They never really even knew about it. It's a plethora of the rich and famous. It's just really the Holy Grail, as they call it.
The book investigators believed might hold the keys to exposing Epstein's secret world.
Dude, I want to know what the hell was going on that island, bro. What was he hiding? What was Jeffrey? I mean, it's clear that he wasn't really hiding too much. Now that we've seen all the photos and videos, and it's crazy that they were able to do a sting operation on his island, though. It took long enough, dude. It took the FBI is so fucking slow. As much as I respect the FBI, I do think that well, I don't really respect them, but I think that they're an inadequate organization and they don't do things very well. But it's crazy. Let's keep going.
Connections and his crimes.
All minors? All young girls?
Very young. Very young.
Like when you say very young, how young are we talking?
16, 17. The teenagers, they have braces, most of them.
It all started in March 2005. The Palm Beach police began their investigation on Epstein, looking into his scheme for sexual massages from young women after a 14-year-old girl reported to law enforcement she was molested at his mansion. ABC News covering it all in 2019 for a 2020 special.
It's disturbing, man. It's fucking disturbing.
Palm Beach police did a thorough investigation. They really had a lot of evidence. They did trash pulls. It was an 11-month investigation. It was intense.
But Epstein caught wind there was going to be a search at his Palm Beach residence and devised a plan. Videos of the Palm Beach police search match what investigators also reported in their own documents. That monitors, keyboards, and printers were found, but no computers.
Jeffrey Epstein.
Yeah, he probably burned all the computers. Here's the thing. He probably burned all of his computers. Let's just be completely honest with each other, you guys. He probably started a bonfire on his island, and he probably burned all those computers. That's what he did. 100, dude. 100%. He started a bonfire on his stupid island, and he burned all the computers. That is my best educated guess that I could give you guys. And also, could you guys make sure that you subscribe to the channel, please? The more subscribers we get, the better. It does help the channel grow. In a lot of ways, it helps my pee-pee grow. and helps my schlong feel bigger than it really is. So the more subscribers we get, the better. I appreciate everybody for taking the time to hit the subscribe button. I love you all. Let's keep going. I could walk and I can talk.
Epstein was tipped off on the search warrant. You see the police video when they go into the house. The computers had all been removed.
The computer.
Revealed witness testimony from 2019 shows Epstein called one of his assistants, who he was also abusing, and directed her to remove not only the computers, but all the contact books in his house. Documents show...
Hey, I just saw we got another subscriber. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. In fact, I'm going to show off some of the people who have subscribed to the channel over the last few hours, maybe even all the way up to 24 hours. We'll see. I'm just going to put a whole bunch of names on the screen. These are people who have actually subscribed within the last, we'll say about last 9 hours, I think. These are some of the people. I do love tacos, though. But I will say I do like tacos more than burritos, but I really love a big, fat, juicy burrito.
Laugh out loud.
I love fat, juicy burritos, bro.
In October 2005, Epstein told her to go to Palm Beach to meet someone to hand over the contact books and computers.
Laugh out loud.
Epstein ordered her to hand everything over to a private investigator. She was then directed by Epstein to collect all the contact books from his home in the Virgin Islands, and later to bring items back from the island to New York, where she was told to shred it in
Dude, they were shredding the evidence. They were disposing of the evidence very quickly. It's crazy how efficient they were with doing that. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying it's all ethical. I'm saying it's unethical. But like the fact that they were able to do it with such quickness and everything like that, just it baffles me. It baffles me how quick they were
out loud.
at doing what they needed to do. Like I said, I'm not saying it's the right thing to do, but it is baffling how quick they were with shredding the evidence and getting rid of all of it. It's fascinating to me.
Laugh out loud.
Office, and the contact books from both residences then erased, or so they thought. Unbeknownst to Epstein, his now convicted accomplice Ghislaine Maxwell, Alfredo Rodriguez, Epstein's butler, had kept a copy of the book.
So it's crazy that Jeffrey Epstein's butler was able to get... So Jeffrey Epstein's butler... The Epstein Island was like a pirate ship, if you think about it, because even his butler was like, well, shit.
Laugh out loud.
His butler was probably thinking to himself, like, well, if Jeffrey Epstein has a black book and he allows me to have access to it, I better make a quick copy of it when I have a moment. So what I think that the butler ended up making a copy when he was like alone with the black book, you know. Maybe he like went to the bathroom and happened to have the black book on him, and then he was able to like take photos of the black book itself, like photos of the pages in the black book, so that way he can make a digital copy for himself and then send it to himself. I have no idea how he did it, but that's what I would do if I was like trying to discreetly make a copy of a black book from like a pedo like Jeffrey Epstein.
Rodriguez worked as the manager of Epstein's Palm Beach home for 6 months between 2004 and 2005. Documents show he told the FBI, among other things, he knew that Epstein was having sexual contact.
Damn, dude, he was aware? And hold on, that's the worst part. He told the FBI about this in 2005 and they still never did anything. This is the thing that pisses me off about the FBI, and this is why I don't trust the FBI at all. I refuse to... Faded Light, what's up, brony? You're a pink brony, bro, and you dance at the gay club. Thank you. How's it going, man? How you doing, brony? Yeah, Sada burritos are pretty tasty, man. I mean, it is possible that a lot of it could be buried on the island, sure. There's probably still... You know what's funny? I bet there's a lot of evidence that was either burned thrown into the ocean or just buried. I think if you want to get rid of something, though, you burn it. And I think that's what he did. He probably burned a lot of the stuff, so that way it couldn't be recovered.
With minor females at his house.
Alfredo called the police. I mean, Alfredo was terminated because of his concern about the activities that were going on inside the bedroom.
Yeah, absolutely. Because he knew that Epstein was diddling. This Alfredo dude, he understood that Epstein was up to no good, being a total chimo, dude. So, I mean, this guy could be the unsung hero. He's also probably one of the original whistleblowers. Here's the thing. What pisses me off is that the FBI has known since 2005 that Jeffrey Epstein was doing pedo shit. And yet it took them so long, all the way up to like 2019 or so, to capture him. What's worse is that people were reporting to the FBI like frequently. It just proves, first off, you can't trust the FBI. I think, the sad part is the FBI is not meant to uncover anything. They're meant to cover things up. That's my opinion. Allegedly. That's my opinion, though. I don't know if he's alive in Israel, man. I have no idea. I just every time I think about the FBI, I get pissed because it's clear they're an incompetent organization, and not only incompetent, they intentionally. I really firmly believe this. I believe that they intentionally cover things up, and I do not believe the FBI is out for the truth. I believe they're out. My gut feeling and my analysis says I don't trust the FBI. I don't trust that they're going. I don't actually trust that they're going to investigate this properly. Because if they knew that Epstein was a total chimo all the way back in 2005, and they didn't do anything until 2019, there's a problem. That is a problem. And it shows that there's, what's scary is there's probably several islands out there that we're not aware of where this same exact shit is happening, or several locations out there where this kind of deranged piece of shit behavior is happening. Yeah. Oh, Democrats don't even know their head from their ass.
Rodriguez spoke to the Palm Beach police and FBI, but never shared his...
Let's see. Nate Dogg says, someone with that amount of money, you need evidence that proves beyond a shadow of a doubt. If you fail, he can't be convicted again. I got you. Okay. That makes sense. But the FBI has been collecting information on Epstein for a very, very long time. And I think that they had enough evidence even all the way back to like 2011 and 2012. I think 2012 is when they actually gathered quite a bit of evidence. Lots of reports of sexual abuse. I mean, at a certain point, you kind of have to be like, look, we have a laundry list of complaints on you, bro. You know what I mean? Like, it has to come. Like, I think they could have caught him well before 2019 or 2018, whenever they officially caught him. But really, I think they could have probably done a sting operation far sooner than what they did. And it probably would have saved a lot of abused lives. I think that sometimes you have to act swiftly. And, it's tough. And also when those people are wealthy individuals, it's like they can get away with a lot more. It's the truth. I mean, we do live in a two-tiered system. You're either wealthy as fuck, or not really. I mean, that's a little too gray. I think there's wealth. There's mega wealthy, regular wealthy, and then there's just, I guess, poor. I don't know, but a good lawyer would argue a laundry list of coincidences, says Mr. Nate Dogg. Absolutely. Okay, I see where you're coming from there, because here's the thing. And that's the crazy part. I'm pretty sure that Jeffrey Epstein probably had a really good legal team, and I wouldn't be surprised if Jeffrey Epstein had like top G lawyer team, like an actual legal team, a good legal team that was top G's. But yeah. And another thing is, it's like, how do you prosecute a guy like that too? Because if Epstein is well connected, you know, he could be well connected with he could have been well connected with the mob, and probably could have like threatened the jury and stuff like that, and all sorts of things. So that's very well possible. Very, very possible. Nate Dogg, man, you bring up some good points, bro. I can't argue with that. I cannot argue with that.
He had a copy of the book, essentially depriving law enforcement of a bounty of investigative leads. After Epstein was behind...
Oh, hey, you guys, don't forget to tap the like button. The more likes we get, the better. We're trying to get more subscribers, too, but more importantly, we're trying to get to, 100 likes on this stream. So just don't forget to tap the like button. It really does help the channel grow. And then after you tap the like button, don't forget to subscribe. It also helps a lot, quite a bit. So more likes, more subscribes equals great success. Great success. Wee woo wow. Wee woo wow.
Bars, lawsuits, and civil depositions began.
One of the people I deposed that summer was Alfredo Rodriguez.
Raise your right hand, please. Do you swear the testimony you're about to give should be the truth, whole truth, and...
Oh shit, dude, we got Orwell the Resident saying, Garza, what up, my brony bro? You're a pink brony bro, and we dance at the gay club. Oh my god. What up, Orwell the Resident? Don't forget to tap the like button, my brony bro. You're a pink brony bro. I think we're all, at the end of the day, we're all pink brony bros. All of us. Every single one of us. Oh, yeah.
Nothing true?
Yes, I do. Brad Edwards, representing Epstein survivors, interviewed Alfredo Rodriguez 2 times.
Alfredo Rodriguez was very nervous for the first part of the deposition. You could tell he had more information than he was giving. He talked about, it's the Black Book.
He wanted to give the Black Book, dude. He was like, I want to give it to you, but if I give it... Here's the thing. I think, and allegedly, I think that this Rodriguez guy was killed by Epstein's goons. Because he eventually... Did he hand over the Black Book? I can't remember. Let me take a look.
Talked about being fired and obtained some documents that had some of the names of some of the young girls that were coming over to the house. But he gave the impression in his deposition that he didn't know where that was.
Rodriguez, desperate for money, saying no one would hire him, later asked Edwards for $50,000 in exchange for a copy of the book.
$50,000 for a copy of the book, damn.
I couldn't convince him that he needed to just turn it over. So I called the U.S. Attorney's Office and said, look, I have to report that a witness is holding a document hostage.
That is true. This Black Book holds all of the secrets of Epstein. It holds all the secrets of Epstein, man. And technically, yes, it's illegal if there are crimes reported in this Black Book, and also if he was a witness to actual crimes and he is holding evidence that would shine a light on some of those crimes, and he's trying to sell that evidence, I think that's illegal. Orwell the Resident says, I'm purple like Granddaddy Purple. Hell yeah, bro. Thank you, Orwell the Resident. You're a pink brony bro, and we dance at the gay club. All right, anyway. But yeah, no, I think that holding that sort of evidence is absolutely illegal. If you have any kind of evidence related to like murder or things like molestation or anything, like actual like rape crimes and stuff, like holy shit, dude. If you actually have evidence, like you have to turn that shit in. Those are serious crimes, and they need to be exposed, without a doubt.
With a price tag of $50,000.
A sting operation with the FBI.
Yeah, you can't just sell evidence like that for $50,000 because you're desperate for money. That is highly illegal. One, you're either going to get fined up the ass, or you're going to go to jail. One or the other.
The FBI was quickly
one or the
to
other.
Retrieve a copy of the book from Rodriguez. New video and phone calls show the exchange.
I was going to tell you where to meet me. Okay, Gary, go ahead. Give me the address. There's a Hilton Hotel at the corner of Glades Road in Boca. I'm in room 118.
No. The FBI didn't know nothing. Nothing. The FBI just went through the files of Palm Beach Police Department, and they didn't subpoena me.
The man on the right, an FBI agent undercover as Brad Edwards' associate. On the left, Rodriguez in possession of a copy of the Black Book. In the hour-long recorded conversation, Rodriguez tells the undercover FBI agent who to contact, circling the names of people he thought would have more useful information.
I highlight in the book that I have access crucial information. I put it into my handwriting, and also I compile a list.
This really is crazy, though, man. He compiled a list. I mean, dude, this guy, the fact that he was able to make a copy of Epstein's Black Book, I mean, how real is the Black Book, though? You kind of have to have some doubts. Did he just fill up a notebook full of fake-ass information? That's another thing to consider. There's probably a lot of things to consider with this guy.
Of the people, and list of the girls on Palm Beach that were going when I was household manager, okay? But what I took my time to organize this with stickers and I see dates. All right. You will see a lot of important people here.
The amount of famous names that were in that. Mick Jagger, Courtney Love.
Mick Jagger and Courtney Love, what?
Prince Andrew.
The Prince. The pedo prince.
Fergie. Just people from all over the world. President Clinton.
Clinton,
Trump.
Big Bill, dude, Big Bill.
He wasn't president at the time, but Donald Trump was in there. And just so many famous people.
That Black Book, man, I need that Black Book.
And though many names are listed, inclusion in the book is not evidence of any wrongdoing. In the video, Rodriguez calls out names of people he thought had information, including now President Donald Trump, who's denied any knowledge of Epstein's crimes.
Of course, Donald Trump.
Also mentioned so-called massage providers from everywhere in the world.
Hell yeah, dude. Get a happy ending wherever you go.
The fact that the names and numbers of these girls, not only here but in other locations throughout the world, were contained in this book, he thought he needed to preserve that information.
All right, let me get you your money, buddy.
Okay, here.
Shortly after that, when I guess they were supposed to give him the $50,000, he was arrested. It was uncovered to Alfredo that these were not Brad's fixers. This was
Brad? He just said Brad. He just said Brad. 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 Oh my God. He said Brad, dude. He just said Brad. Hell fucking yes. We all love Brad. Brad. This is amazing, dude. My boy Brad. Dude, Brad keeps getting name dropped in these Epstein files, and I want to know why. Brad, what do you know, bro? We haven't heard from Brad Latkin in a while, too. We haven't heard from our boy Brad Latkin in some time. It's been a while.
Was the FBI.
Fast forward to 2026 as Epstein survivors continue to call for transparency and accountability.
While survivors have been exposed, abusers' names and contact information is redacted while our faces and stories are left on full display.
If you are willing, please raise your hands if you have still not been able to meet with this Department of Justice.
Okay. Well, yeah. These are all the Epstein victims. I think these are all the victims of the Epstein stuff.
And the deceased sex offender's so-called black book is now held by the FBI. It's been used as evidence during civil litigation and in Ghislaine Maxwell.
Hey, thank you guys for tapping the like button, though. The more likes we get, the better. We're trying to get to 100 likes, 100 likes before the stream ends. So make sure you guys tap the like button, and if you can, please subscribe to the channel. We're currently sitting pretty at 8,184 subscribers. Once again, we're at 8,184 subscribers. So don't forget to tap the subscribe button. It really does help the channel grow. Hopefully, we can reach 8,200 subscribers before the stream ends tonight. That would be the goal. Yeah, it is kind of weird that Pam Bondi didn't talk to any of the victims. I did find that a little bit odd. I think Pam Bondi needs to get fired. I usually don't want anybody to get fired, but Pam Bondi just seems so incompetent, along with Kash Patel. I am so sick of Kash Patel. That guy is an incompetent boob. He is an incompetent frickin' boob. It's crazy. You know what's funny is I'm becoming an expert in all this bullshit. I am becoming an expert conspiracy theorist.
Maxwell's criminal trial. Alfredo Rodriguez passed away in 2015 at the age of 60.
Okay, so he passed away at 2015. Why? How did he die? I want to know, how the hell did this guy die? Isn't it interesting that when he gives... So wait, when did he give the black book? I need to look this up on ChatGPT. I'm going to ask ChatGPT real quick. I put Alfredo, I think his name's Alfredo, Epstein's butler had his black book. When did he give the info to the FBI and when did he die? I'm trying to figure this out, man. Yeah, Kash Patel is so underprepared. Okay, so when did he give the black book to the FBI? Court filing described the FBI obtained the 97-page little black book in a 2009 sting after attorney Brad Edwards notified the FBI, and Rodriguez handed it over to an undercover agent in exchange for $50,000. Reporting on a 2009 video says it happened 2 years after the FBI had formally... He died... Oh... He died at the age of 60 from mesothelioma. Got it. Well, either way, I don't know. Crazy. Yeah, it's turning out that, we owe an apology. Well, I mean, you guys do. Most people owe an apology to all these conspiracy theorists. Because it turns out that they were right this entire fucking time about all this shit.
We're holding on to
especially Alex Jones. Alex Jones is basically the Nostradamus of our time. Straight up.
Epstein's book for 5 years.
The man
he was
understands.
charged with obstruction of justice and in 2012 sentenced to 18 months in prison.
But yeah, make sure you guys press the subscribe button. The more subscribers we get, the better. So please subscribe to the channel. I'm really excited, man. We're getting really close to 8,200 subs, and we're on pace to getting 2,000. We're on pace to getting 10,000 subscribers. Maybe towards the end of the month. I think that might be a little bit of a stretch. I don't necessarily think we're going to get to that amount at the end of the month. Unfortunately, I mean I'm pretty idealistic that we will, but I'm not entirely sure about that.
Longer than Jeffrey Epstein would ever spend behind bars.
Our thanks to J. O'Brien.
This is crazy, man. This is wild. So it says right here, so the FBI had known for a very long time and did nothing, but yet his butler goes to jail. Horrific. Yeah, I'm looking at the comments on here. The comments are pretty telling on this. So the butler who was afraid for his life went to prison, but the rapist didn't. They blacklisted the butler for future employment for having a conscience about young girls being exploited. Let that sink in about how the elites operate. And these are all comments I'm reading, by the way. These are just simple comments I'm reading from the video page. Amazing how evidence just disappears, or no one has it or knows about it. Same song, different day. Put all in jail, imagine. Yeah, this is crazy. Oh, I am the Tin Man. Oh, we got Hassan Piker, dude. Okay, I do enjoy
a lot of.
I'm not gonna lie, I do enjoy the Hassan Piker, Asmongold drama. I love it. Let's take a watch.
People have been getting mad as fuck over this. There's been a lot of drama with this specific clip recently. Hassan's statement on trans voters.
Oh, God.
You're yelling at one of the few people that does give a fuck about trans people in general, okay? That's all you're doing. Democrats don't give a fuck about you. They would literally shoot you in the...
I think if you actually give a fuck about trans people, you would abandon issues like trans children and trans sports. Because
oh, yeah. Oh, absolutely. 100%.
These are 90-10 losing issues that will never be normalized because they go against every form of logic, rationality, cultural expectation, and common sense that exists in the world.
Yes,
So if
and
you really
yes.
cared about trans people, what you would do is you would try to find a moderate position that you could sell to the general public. Rather than
Yeah, and the problem is one of the reasons that Trump got elected to begin with was because of a lot of the lunatic beliefs that a lot of modern leftists have. The problem is the far left has hijacked the Democrat Party. And when the far left hijacks the Democrat Party, it starts putting all these Looney Tune ideas into the fray. And then the common everyday people like myself look at all this shit that the liberals are saying, and they're like, they can't even define what a woman is. And then we're thinking to ourselves, well, I'm not voting for them. I'll vote for Republicans. One of the reasons I became more of a conservative voter or third-party voter as well, instead of a Democrat voter, is because the Democrats are too stupid for their own good. They get behind these stupid ideas that make zero sense. I can't get on board with the Democrat Party at this point. I just can't. And I have my reasons. I have my reasons for that. But that's the way I see it. That's the way I feel it, at least. Oh, I am the Tin Man. I can walk and I can talk. Give me 1 second, you guys. You're my pink brony bros. There's something I gotta do real quick here. No, I am the Tin Man. Oh, let's see. Something I'm doing real quick. I'm just doing a quick process. Give me one more moment. Okay, sorry about that, you guys. Just doing a couple more things. No, I am the Tin Man. All right, let's see here.
Than trying to grandstand and soapbox and say, no, I really care about trans people because I'm going to pretend like trans men and biological women are the same athletically. Like this is, and also, by the way, here's the other big issue with that, is that what defines whether a person is trans? Well, it's if the person says they're trans. That's it. That's the end of the conversation. If they say they're trans, then they're trans.
And yeah, there's got to be qualifiers for that, you know? I think that you can't just say that you're trans and that's the end of it. So I can basically say that means I could try out for the WNBA then, because I could just say I'm a woman. Is that how it works? I want to know. I mean, I legitimately want to know. So I believe there's a lot of lunacy behind a lot of this shit. I don't really feel like going into this crap. I want more Epstein, dude. I want more Jeffrey Epstein. Give me more Jeffrey Epstein here. So I'm going to look up Epstein. All right, so we got a New York Post.
Vile
Epstein
and
files.
stomach-turning details have emerged after the DOJ
More
released
details,
millions
baby.
of more documents pertaining to the Jeffrey Epstein files, which consist of emails, witness accounts, and much more. Shocking information and harrowing images revealed in the dump have pulled back the curtain on the world's elite and the crimes perpetrated by the notorious pedophile. Here are the most disturbing revelations to be uncovered from the vast trove so far. Several lawmakers who were given the opportunity to spend hours poring over the DOJ's cache of unredacted investigative files made harrowing revelations to reporters, including about one of Jeffrey Epstein's youngest victims.
When you read through these files and you read about 15-year-old girls, 14-year-old girls, 10-year-old girls, I saw a mention of a 9-year-old girl today. I mean, this is just preposterous.
Yeah, it's all pretty sickening, to be honest.
Lawmakers also revealed that the names of 6 men, including prominent individuals, were redacted from the public files who they claimed were likely incriminated.
But what I saw that bothered me were the names of at least 6 men that have been redacted that are likely incriminated by their inclusion in these files.
There are very powerful people who raped these underage girls. It wasn't just Epstein and Maxwell. And what we want to do is have the investigation.
Yeah, these two are heroes, by the way. This guy right here, and then this guy right here. They're both trying to reveal what the hell's going on. We want to see we want to see which elites were doing what. Who were they diddling? What were they doing? You know, and it's good that these guys are on the case. These guys are incredible people for doing this.
To get to those people to answer those questions. These men are Salvatore Navora, Zorab Mikaladze, Leopig Leonor, Nicola Caputa, Sultan Ahmed bin Sulayem, CEO of Dubai Ports World, and billionaire businessman Leslie Wexner, who was labeled as a co-conspirator by the FBI.
In a sickening reveal from the now public files, one of Jeffrey Epstein's teen accusers alleged she was used as a human incubator to create a, quote, superior gene pool, and that the newborn was apparently snatched from her just minutes after giving birth.
That is so fucking weird, and that is so messed up. Like, it's disturbing, dude. It really is sick. It's nauseating.
The claim was laid bare in a diary entry written in a basic cipher describing how the teen gave birth to the little girl around 2002 when she was just 16 or 17 years of age.
Jeez.
I only
Come
got
on,
10
man.
to 15 minutes to hold and feed her before they took her. She is mine. I want her back, she wrote. The entry, which...
How messed up is that, dude? How messed up is that? I mean, I'm not going to lie, that makes me fucking angry. That makes me fucking angry. Yeah, it's disgusting, man.
Also included an image of a 20-week pregnancy scan, went on to suggest Ghislaine Maxwell had been there at the time of the birth. In the hall, Ghislaine said she was beautiful. She was, not is. Where is she? Why did she stop whimpering? She was born. I heard the tiny cries, the accuser wrote. I miss the person I was before I was made into what feels like a human incubator, she continued.
How can you, dude, like, you just have to be evil to make that happen to somebody. I mean, seriously, think about it this way. How messed up is it to turn somebody into a human incubator like that, get them pregnant for whatever reason, however the hell they did it, yuck, and then all of a sudden, she has the baby. She gets to hold it for 10, maybe 15 minutes, and then that baby's gone forever. Do you know how scarring that has got to be? That has got to be one of the most scarring experiences that anyone could ever have. To give birth to a baby, I can't really, obviously I don't know what a female perspective would be on that, but I mean, if there's any women in the audience, I'm pretty sure none of you would want that to happen. And then you're left wondering what the hell happened to the baby. You're thinking to yourself, what the hell happened to my child at that point? You know what I mean? It's pretty sick. It's pretty sick if you ask me.
Elsewhere in the entry, the teen bluntly stated, I am beyond broken. The disgraced New York City finance...
And you can't blame her. That's one of those heartbreaking things I've ever heard. It's extremely heartbreaking, man.
May have also had a secret child in 2011, according to a bombshell email reportedly sent by then Prince Andrew's ex-wife, Sarah Ferguson. Ferguson congratulated him in the note sent on September 21st, 2011, after he was already convicted of sex with an underage girl, according to files.
No mustard tonight, man.
Don't know if you're still on this
tonight.
BBM, but heard from the Duke that you have had a baby boy, Ferguson wrote, according to the...
Oh, this is just sickening, man. But hey, I want to thank everybody for tapping the like button. The more likes we get, the better. It does help the channel grow. We're a bit of a tinier channel, but we're trying to get more subscribers. So please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. It really does help the channel grow. We're trying to reach 8,200 subscribers before this particular live stream ends tonight. Our goal ultimately is to get to 10,000 subscribers, which I do believe we'll get there eventually. I have a lot of faith in that, but I'm sorry. I'm just kind of partially sick right now from reading this and watching this. It's just, I mean, this shit tears on your heartstrings, man. It's ridiculous too. It's ridiculous what these people can get away with. It's sickening. It really is.
The released email.
Truly is.
If Ferguson was correct, that child, if alive, would be 15 years old today. Andrew, who has long been accused of being one of Epstein's notorious clients, appears frequently in the new files, from emails in which he offers Epstein to stay in Buckingham Palace for a dinner with, quote, lots of privacy, to a disturbing photo of Andrew hovering on all fours over an unknown woman or girl sprawled on her back on the floor. The ousted prince was stripped of any remaining royal titles and honors in 2025 following new revelations from a posthumous memoir by Virginia Giuffre, in which she alleged she was forced by Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell to have sex with the prince when she was 17.
Jeez.
Disturbing videos believed to have been obtained from
So messed up, bro.
Epstein's computer shows seemingly young girls in varying states of undress performing apparent catwalk auditions for him over the years. The heavily redacted clips featuring the young would-be models support rampant theories and speculation that the convicted sex offender lured victims under the guise that he could propel their careers.
At least one clip showed a female filming herself in a foreign country, Russia in this case,
further suggesting that those swept up in Epstein's orbit came from across the globe. Since the massive file drop hit, online sleuths have been drawing sinister conclusions about many of the newly revealed details and images, which have been released with little or no context. One document that included the order of 6 55-gallon barrels.
Now, this is sketchy. 6 55-gallon drums of sulfuric acid with fuel and insurance charged for transport. Wow. Materials for conductivity probes, replacement pH and cable, RO plant. I'm sorry. I don't know why you need this. I don't know why you need that much sulfuric acid. I have no idea. Why would you need that much sulfuric acid at the end of the day? And we all know what it's more of a rhetorical question. We all know what he was using it for. We all know.
Barrels of sulfuric acid caused some to speculate they could have been used for dissolving human remains.
Exactly. And that's a good analysis right there. Exactly.
Meanwhile,
and also this hatch, by the way, how much do you want to bet? How much do you want to bet that after they killed their victims, they put them down there? That's probably what happened. That's the most screwed up part about this, is they probably just put them down in there. And this is a secret compartment that led down to the ocean. Pretty messed up, though,
photo
man.
Showing a creepy-looking trapdoor on Epstein's private island that leads to water, which some rumored to be an escape route to sea. While there
Yep, that makes perfect sense to me.
are many damning pieces of evidence that point to evil acts that took place on the island, these 2 snapshots are likely not among them. The explanation lies in potable water. According to fact-checking site Snopes.com, the trapdoor likely leads to a water filtration system common across the U.S. Virgin Islands, where Little St. James is located, due to limited fresh water resources. Other photos of the room also show bags of calcium carbonate, which is often used to maintain these kinds of systems. Sulfuric acid is also commonly used in water treatment and filtration. In one email to Epstein sent years before the aforementioned bulk order, a U.S. Virgin Islands operations manager suggests a feed pump for sulfuric acid.
I will say that. I will say this, that the sulfuric acid makes a little more sense now that they explained it. Out of context, I mean, hindsight's 2020. We know he was killing people and doing terrible things to them. When you see an order form for sulfuric acid, the first thing that you're thinking of is they're using that sulfuric acid to dissolve the bodies. Well, it turns out they're probably using it for the chemical feed pump to treat the water or something like that. Supposedly. Allegedly.
Sulfuric acid to be installed in the island's treatment plant to balance pH levels. They also mention calcium carbonate in the message, which supports the trapdoor theory. Another piece of evidence to emerge from the files has supercharged the long-standing conspiracy theory that Epstein didn't kill himself. 2 DOJ news releases about Epstein's death were
I still don't think he killed himself. I don't think he killed himself at all. I really don't. Now, was he switched out in the jail cell? I have no idea. But I think it's more likely that he was killed. I think it's more likely that he was murdered, and I don't think he killed himself.
Dated August 9th, the day before Epstein is said to have died on August 10th. The discrepancy has led some users to speculate that the DOJ had drafted the release ahead of Epstein's death. However, the department claimed in a statement that this was merely a mistake. While initial drafts of the statement list the previous date, this was merely an unfortunate typo that was later updated to reflect the correct date before being publicized. Any suggestion that the department drafted a statement in advance of Jeffrey Epstein's death is false, the statement read. According to Snopes, while the assertion that this was indeed a mistake is plausible, it's impossible to verify or debunk without the metadata of the original files, which the DOJ has not provided.
Damn, dude. Flippin' wild, man. You think he faked his death? Faded Light XX says he thinks that Jeffrey Epstein faked his death. It's very possible. It wouldn't shock me in the slightest at this point, man. Nothing would really surprise me too much overall. With everything that we've seen, it's just, oh my goodness, man. Unbelievable, though. Unbelievable. Give me a moment, you guys. Oh shit, dude! Al Berry, Will Smith, and that.
In order to arrest these guys, we need to record them saying they want to do inappropriate things to Chew after Chew tell them you're a 14-year-old anime schoolgirl. I know, Slick. This ain't my first rodeo.
This is fantastic, dude. Holy shit.
IK. Calvin, I'm pretty much burning 1 mana to cast 12 Ascetic, and then I'm pretty much burning the rest of my mana to attack you with Vigor. Oh, dude, you fool! You're fine.
This is amazing, dude. This is so fucking amazing. No, they're playing Magic. God damn it. Oh man, that's funny. Oh, this is too good. I got to see the rest of this. Is hilarious.
Right into my trap. Hello, Ferris. I'm a 14-year-old anime schoolgirl. Sue me, my san. Will you guys help me, please, find my senpai? I'm so lonely and scared, Daru.
No fucking way. I'm just a 14-year-old anime girl. Can you help me find my senpai, please? Dude, no fucking way, dude. This is amazing. This is amazing.
Well, Calvin, I think we pretty much hit the jackpot. Oh, crap-a-roo, Slick. What's going on, Kay?
Oh my God, Daru! Get your hands off of me, Uru, please!
He said, Uru! He's saying, get your hands off of me, Uru! Uru! Oh no, he's getting... Oh my God, he's getting punished, dude. He's getting punished. Holy shit, bro. Holy fuck, this is great. Hey, you guys, we're at 8,185 subscribers. Once again, we're at 8,185 subscribers. Make sure you guys tap the subscribe button and also subscribe to the channel. If you guys think that Epstein is a total piece of shit, let's keep going.
Hey, we need clear audio of them
Let's go,
saying they
bro.
want to molest you. What do you Ferris do to me, Haru? Let's just say I'm pretty much gonna burn a water my mana right now. That ain't clear enough, Kay. The intentions have to be clear.
This is amazing. This is so good. Tristan Allen says Al Berry is the new South Park. Been watching this guy from the beginning. Yeah, I love Al Berry. I've been watching some of the short clips from some of his long form videos and stuff. They're amazing. And yeah, Al Berry's dude. Al Berry is one of one, dude. This guy, this is the new South Park. Absolutely, 100%. And yeah, this is absolutely what South Park used to be. I agree 100%. This is what South Park used to be. And this is funny. I mean, this is legitimately funny, dude. This is amazing. Uru, uru, uwu. Uwu, uwu.
It's all good, Kay. I'll neuralize you when this is all over, I promise. We just need them to state their intentions, aight? What will you Ferris do to me specifically? Which to say, I'm a big bad wolf, and I'm gonna huff and puff and blow your back out.
Oh my God,
Oh my God,
That's it, Kay. We got it. Oh, thank God, Daru. Oh, Jesus, oh my gosh. Oh my this. Oh my this.
That was amazing. That was amazing.
Stoppers. This Middle Eastern guy's trying to meet a 14-year-old. There's the perfect freak. You're here to meet a teenager, aren't you? Yeah, I've heard it 1,000 times, but I got receipts. You thought you were sending explicit messages to a teenager, but it was me the whole time.
This is
said,
amazing.
I want to milk your jubblies. I said, yeah, I'm an underage individual, and that's what I like. Tell me more. You said,
Tristan Allen says orange hands down. You can mix it with vodka.
I'm an
Hell
underage
yeah.
individual, and that's when you said to just meet here.
Yeah, Orange Crush is pretty good, I gotta admit. I like the Grape Crush though, it's pretty tasty as well. I love it.
Hi, is this Pedo Stoppers? Ooh, yeah, it is. My girlfriend's molesting a high school boy. Is that something you could help me with? Ooh, that depends. Is your girlfriend a Middle Eastern guy?
No.
Ooh, too bad. We're really only interested in
I love
catching
it.
pedophiles who are Middle Eastern guys.
That's
but
funny.
if you find one, give us a call. Oh, goddammit, fine. I guess I'll just do it myself then. Glenn, I love your energy on the phone, pal. But don't
Dog the
forget
bounty
one of our
hunter,
core
dude.
values, empathetic communication. That's right, Glenn. We should speak to clients with genuine warmth, active listening, and respectful clarity. This ensures every interaction fosters trust, understanding, and a deep commitment to their needs. Wow, that was really nice, Brandon. Thank you. God damn it, it's not a client. I'm dealing with something personal, and I need to leave work early. I'm sorry to hear that, Glenn, but I really think you should stay. Not a big deal. It's only one more hour. Damn it, fine.
If you guys can, though, please press the subscribe button. The more subscribers we get, the better. We're currently at 8,180 freaking 5 subs. I can't believe it. It's all thanks to you guys, man. You guys make this whole machine work, man. You guys make this whole thing worthwhile. And if it wasn't for you guys, man, this show would not be as good as it is. So, everybody on here, I just want to say, give yourselves a pat on the back. Thank you guys for being incredible viewers. But yeah, if you don't want to miss the next stream, make sure you tap the subscribe button. It really does help the channel grow. And yeah, we're trying to keep it rolling, man. We're trying to keep this show rolling and going. So the more subscribers we have, the better. It definitely pushes us out on the algorithm quite a bit. And the more we're pressed out on the algorithm, the better. My pink brony bros. Tristan Allen says, if you like the Al Berry show, promote it to your friends. The algo is seriously against his channel. Oh, absolutely. I love Al Berry. The moment I saw some of his short videos, I instantly subscribed to this channel. At least I think I'm subscribed. Yep, I'm subscribed. Yep. No, I love this guy, dude. He's the man. The GOAT.
Last weekend, my grandma and I got pizza. All right, I've had enough.
Okay.
You know, I used to like low-key simp for you so hard, right? Whoa, bruh, you like that ass, bruh? No cap on God, bruh? Freeze, pervert! You better not move, because if you approach me, I can legally use self-defense on you until you're dead. Glenn, what the helly? Amanda, I loved you with all my heart, but now I'm breaking up with you for cheating on me by molesting this innocent child. What are you talking about? First of all, Glenn, it's not cheating, I'm poly. I thought you knew that was my vibe. Yeah, and since when does poly...
God damn it. God damn it. Holy crap, dude. This is so funny.
I mean you can molest a 17-year-old boy. Bruh, like, chill, bruh. She's only on some less than like 2 years older than me type shit, bruh. Yeah, well, the law's the law, dickhead. I'm enforcing the will of our founding fathers. Yo, come on, bruh. Chill, bruh. You don't want that Yeeteroni and cheese type shit, bruh. What the hell is Yeeteroni and cheese? I don't know. I guess it's like a 17-year-old thing. Drop the pepper spray, you sick freak! No, not me, officer. She's right there. She's been molesting that young man for weeks. You're 19 dating a 17-year-old? That's statutory rape. You're going away for a long time, pervert.
God damn it.
Seriously? This is such bullcrap. You disgust me. Bruh, chill, Amanda. I'ma hit up my ranch, bruh. We ain't dropping no charges, bruh. My God. He's been molested so many times he has Stockholm Syndrome. Glenn Brown? Yeah? Who the hell are you? Wear a suit. Don't be...
This is too good, man.
Boss, I'm putting in my 2 weeks notice. I just got a pretty sweet job offer. I don't know, it's like with the FBI or something. Jeez, get off my back. Oh, God damn it, did I just quit my job to work at Benihana? Hello, welcome
Hello.
to Benihana.
This is amazing.
Dining in or taking them out? Oh, I'm not hungry. I just got a business card to meet here. Like I said, dining in or...
Like I said. I don't even know where this is going, man. I don't even know where this is going. Oh, man. Zero clue, but I love it. I'm all about it, dude. I still don't know. This is amazing, though. Al Berry is 1 of 1. The dude is straight up 1 of 1, bro. 1 of 1. Hit it. Yeah, I'm bringing sexy back. Yeah. The boys don't know how to act.
All right,
Yeah.
taking them out, I guess. Very well. Take the elevator down.
Okay, as much as I love this stuff, I'm gonna look up Epstein karaoke. Let's see. How do you say karaoke? I want to look up some Epstein karaoke. Hell yeah. We are Jeffrey Epstein. Oh my God, what the...
There is parties. You're Jeffrey Epstein. You're unmatched. You're uncensored. No.
What is this shit? No way. What the fuck? What is this shit, dude? What is this? No. What the fuck? Come on, man. No. No. Come on, bro. Come on. Don't do this to me. Don't do this to me, dog. Don't do this. This is beyond epic, bro. Damn, bro. That might have been the most epic. That was literally the most epic thing I've ever watched. Beautiful. Stunning. Gorgeous. Amazing. All right, let's take a look and see what else we can find here. The politician
If you can judge him,
Epstein's crowd couldn't understand. Was that Ron Paul? That may have been Ron Paul, the GOAT, in that thumbnail, by the way. I'm a Ron Paul fan. Just want to let you know. I love Ron Paul. The man's a constitutionalist, Dr. motherfucking Ron Paul. Let's go, dude.
man by his enemies, former Congressman Ron Paul of Texas.
It was Ron Paul. Fuck yeah, dude.
The long-retired obstetrician.
I'm going to give this a like. Hell yeah.
The 90-year-old three-time member of Congress and three-time presidential candidate is a very, very good man because he has the best enemies. Here, for example, is an...
Yep, when you're a good person, man, your enemies tend to be slime balls. That's the truth. If you're a decent person and you have enemies, a lot of those enemies tend to be pieces of shit. So... Faded Light XX says, can you look up the missing minute from the files from his cell recording? They found it. I'm curious what you think. If you already saw, I have not seen it yet. Faded Light, I've actually not seen the missing minute. So wait, what happens in the missing minute? In the missing minute, did it show that people actually took him out of the cell? Or did it show people going in there to kill him? That's what I'm curious about.
Exchange between Jeffrey Epstein and one of his friends. This takes place in early 2012 when there is conversation, as there pretty much always is in the United States for the last 30 years, about when and how we should bomb Iran. Bomb Iran!
Well, I don't really feel like looking into it too much. I mean, I don't even know how long I'm going to be streaming for the rest of the night. I mean, I'm already getting on the edge of feeling too tired to even want to stream even another minute, but I'm still pushing through as much as I can.
And Epstein's friend's...
I'm just going to kind of watch things as they come at me.
friend writes to him this: during an election year, everyone in Congress is falling all over themselves to show support for Israel, except for that dinkus Ron Paul.
Love Ron Paul. Sexy.
Ron
Sexy
Paul!
man. I love Ron Paul.
Yeah. Jeffrey Epstein and his friends did not like Ron Paul. But what's not to like about Ron Paul? Ron Paul is, and you're going to see him speak in just a moment, probably one of the most manifestly decent men ever to serve in the Congress. Married.
Yeah. He's a good dude. Like Ron Paul, even though he's a bit of a lifelong politician at this point, he's honestly a good dude. Dr. freaking Ron Paul, bro. Shout out.
To the same woman since 1957, beloved by his children, grandchildren, now great-grandchildren. A man who spends his spare time riding his bicycle and tending roses. A person who has articulated the principles of nonviolence throughout his entire public career.
He's just I love Ron Paul. He is honestly a decent human being. And I'm honored to be able to watch an interview with him and Tucker Carlson and Ron Paul. Hell yeah.
A guy who thinks that it is not just unfashionable, but totally immoral to judge people on the basis of their blood. Who thinks racism and anti-Semitism are anti-Christian. Guy's never said a single thing against a group. Ever. Not once. In short, a thoroughly decent man of principle. Why does everyone hate Ron Paul? Well, there are a couple reasons.
Because they're scumbags. Dude, honestly, I think if you hate Ron Paul, man, I think you're a scumbag.
In fact, I personally discovered this way back in 2007 when I covered Ron Paul. He was running for president that year. I'd actually voted for him 19 years before in 1988 in college for president. I knew nothing about him, but it seemed like an amusing.
Tristan Allen says he didn't hang himself, lol. They took him out just like they took out JFK. Everyone knows there are people behind the scenes pulling the strings. That's what that's a quote from Tristan Allen. Thank you, Tristan. I appreciate that input, bro.
Protest vote. He was running as a libertarian then. But fast forward to 2007, he was running in the 2008 presidential campaign, and I thought, this guy looks kind of interesting. I really didn't know much about him. So
yeah, and it's funny. Back in the day, my buddy Nathan and we ended up finding a Ron Paul sign. This was like way back in the day, back when he was living in the garage and everything. The garage, by the way, was a legendary place to play GameCube, go on the computer. It was the ultimate, pad. It was the ultimate bro pad at the end of the day. Now, we did, I can't even remember how exactly we found the Ron Paul sign. I think we saw it on the side of the road or like in a lawn somewhere. And we just decided, we decided to take it and take it for ourselves. We didn't even find it in a lawn. I think we just found it somewhere random. To this day, I actually can't remember where exactly we found the Ron Paul sign, but we ended up like putting it in Nathan's garage, and it was fucking tight. I was like, hell yeah. Ron Paul, baby. His name was Ron Paul. It's bringing me back, man.
So I went on the road with him for a week, and I wrote a long profile for the New Republic magazine. I was working in television, but I thought it was kind of interesting to write magazine stories again, so I did. And I learned a couple of things about Ron Paul. One, as noted, enormously nice person, gentle temperament, decent, not flashy, not greedy, not dishonest.
Yep.
Two, I
Ron
learned
Paul
that
for
Ron
president,
Paul
baby. Hell yeah.
is very sincere about monetary policy. Paul would give these stem winders about.
Hey, thank you, Faded Light XX. I appreciate the 100 for 2 jewels. Hey, if anybody wants to give any gifts on this stream, man, I'm always open to gifts. So anybody who wants to send it, you keep it 100. Thank you, bro. No, I try to be as honest as possible, and I really do love Ron Paul, though. I think he's an excellent human being. I don't know how much time left he has on the earth. He's kind of an older gentleman now, but an amazing human being nonetheless. I love Ron Paul. But thank you, Faded Light XX, for sending the 100 for 2 jewels. I really do sincerely appreciate it, man.
About fiat currency and the gold standard and why the Fed was a scam, and he drew in.
And by the way, yeah. So I love that Ron Paul is very obsessed with our monetary policy. And he has the same belief that I do, that basically the dollar is completely worthless because it's not backed by gold or silver. And Ron Paul is very much a gold and silver shill. I think, and honestly, this is the way this is what I truly believe. I believe it's more important to hold on to gold as a vessel for savings. And I'll tell you why. I would rather have a gold ETF than a high yield savings account, because I know that the gold in that particular ETF is going to appreciate in value a lot faster and keep up with inflation a lot better than a high yield savings account. I don't trust high yield savings accounts whatsoever. It's because I don't trust cash, and because I don't trust cash, there's just no reason to keep it in a high yield savings account. No reason at all, dude. Zero reason.
Enormous crowds, at least relative to the topic. Now, at the time, again, this was 19 years ago, no one was talking about the gold standard.
Oh, yeah. No, Johnny Bravo, exactly. Ron Paul's 2007 run was absolutely epic. Amazing. Truly amazing.
Standard in public and getting anything but laughter and jeers. You were a gold bug. You were insane. You were a moron. Gold wasn't even a topic. If you could check the transcripts from CNBC for the year 2007, gold probably not even mentioned. It seemed crazy to care about monetary policy then. But Ron Paul did, and his audiences responded. That was the first thing I noticed. I had no idea this was a resident issue. I knew nothing about it, so I assumed, since I lived in Washington and was pretty well informed, that no one else knew anything about it either, but I was wrong. Tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, in the end, millions of Americans were thinking about the stability and the strength of the U.S. dollar.
Yep, exactly. And you should be concerned, by the way. You should absolutely be concerned about the strength of the U.S. dollar. Because at the end of the day, all it has is perceptual value. And perceptual value in itself is not an intrinsic property of value. It's a factor in value, but it's not. What's more important is the intrinsic value of the thing that you're holding. So if I'm holding $1, I'm asking myself, well, what makes this dollar valuable? And, actually, you know what? To make this easier, don't worry, I'm not going to destroy $1 or anything like that. I'm not that stupid. Let me pull out my... I happen to have $1 on me. Nice. In fact, I got a freshly minted dollar recently. I got it in the mail, which was kind of cool now that I think about it. Is this the new dollar? Oh, that's a pretty crisp dollar. Is this the new dollar? Where's that new dollar I got? I got like a new dollar. It was fucking tight. Where did it go? I think this is the new dollar I got. Okay. Well, we'll put my wallet here. Take a look at this dollar. All right? What do you notice about it? It's $1. It's going to be $1 for... It's going to be $1 10 years from now, right? This is still going to be $1. But here's the problem with this dollar. There's nothing backing it. There's nothing backing this dollar. This dollar that you see, there is nothing that backs it. I cannot exchange this dollar for gold with the government. Do you want to know Do you want to know why the dollar buys you less and less and less and less and less stuff over the years? Do you want to know why? It's because inflation is created by the fact that the dollar is a currency and it's not money. This is, by the way, this is not money. This is not money. This is a currency. Currencies are way different than money. Money, if this was real money, this would be backed by gold. This is not backed by gold. This is not backed by gold. It used to be before Tricky Dick Richard Nixon took us off the fucking gold standard. Now, when the dollar was on the gold standard, what did that mean? Well, the dollar, because the dollar was actually backed by gold back in the day, that means the dollar had intrinsic value by proxy to some degree. So the dollar was backed. Let's just pretend I have gold in my hand. Pretend there's gold in my hand. The dollar was backed by gold in the 70s or 60s or whenever it still was. What I find interesting is this. People will do whatever they can to save this, but they don't realize how stupid it is to save this. It really is stupid to save money. It's really stupid to save currencies, because this dollar, whether it's a $5, $10, $100, it's all ultimately worthless. Now you're probably thinking to yourself, well, if it's worthless, how come I can buy a bag of Doritos with it? How come I could buy gas with it if it's so worthless? Well, it has what's called perceptual value. The perceptual value of this has been dying for a long time. All right? And the reason that cash is not valuable ultimately is because it isn't backed by anything. Why do you think I don't even bother saving cash in a high yield savings account? Because why the fuck would I? Why would I save toilet paper? Why? This is toilet paper. Why would I save this? Tell me why I would save this. Tell me why. Why would I save this dollar? It doesn't matter. It is not backed even by gold. Tell me why. I never want to hear you say I should put my dollars away. No, here's the thing. The dollar is worthless at the end of the day. And all currencies are ultimately worthless. And the reason that they have the title of currency is because a currency isn't backed by anything and it requires movement. Basically, you just kind of, keep on moving the dollar. Anyway, so most of my net worth is in actual assets like stocks, gold, silver, you name it. That's most of my net worth. And I think it's important to keep the majority of your net worth in assets. Save your assets, not your cash. Once again, save your assets, not your cash. If you save this, even in a high yield savings account, if you start saving dollars, what are you doing? What are you doing? If you start saving dollars, it's pointless because the longer you hold on to the dollar, even if you're getting a yield off that dollar, like a 3.75% annual yield, the principal doesn't increase. You're only getting a yield on, there's no loss, there's no potential for loss, but there's no potential for gain in the principal amount that you put into the savings account. All that matters is you're getting a yield from the high yield savings account, and then what do you do with it? Well, whatever you want. But here's the thing. By the time 1 year has passed, inflation is usually like 5 or 6%. In my experience, inflation is typically like 5, 4, 3, 5, I don't know. Either way, chances are that high yield savings account is not going to help you beat inflation. It may help you break even. There are chances where it may be a year where you break even, but chances are when this is in a high yield savings account, you are not beating inflation. You are not beating inflation, bro. If you save money, if you save the dollar, inflation is going to eat you alive. Even in a high yield savings account, inflation is going to eat your bussy. It's going to eat you alive, okay? It's going to eat you alive. It's going to eat you. I'm decaying. Okay, enough of that. Anyway, so I think you guys get the point that don't say... Oh, it's getting blurry. Hold on. Don't save your cash. Save your assets. Save your assets. Do not save your cash. Not financial advice, just financial wisdom, financial education more than anything. We all know the dollar's worthless. The rich people know. Rich people know that this is worthless. Wealthy people, I should say rich people actually are stupid. Wealthy people are smart. Wealthy people know that this is toilet paper at the end of the day. Wealthy people know that this is toilet paper, and you know what they do with this toilet paper? They actually exchange this toilet paper for stocks, gold, silver, real estate, you name it. What they do, what the wealthy people do that the poor people don't do, wealthy people save their assets. Wealthy people rack up on assets, they save their assets, and they hold on for dear life because this, you see this? This is the equivalent of toilet paper, bro. Equivalent of toilet paper. I hope you enjoyed that dramatic rendition of how the dollar is worthless. Yeah, so basically the dollar's not backed by anything, so therefore it's completely worthless, is what I'm trying to say. And when the dollar's not backed by anything and it's completely worthless, why would you save worthless toilet paper, you know? That's the way I look at it. Okay.
And they were convinced that excessive money printing since the early 1970s, when the dollar was detached from gold, which is to say from reality, when it became a purely fiat currency redeemable for nothing, they were convinced that the U.S. dollar was weaker than their leaders said it was. And they knew this because the price of goods they bought every week seemed to be going up over time, and no one was mentioning it.
Yep.
Or the goods themselves were becoming smaller. There was shrinkage.
Exactly. Shrinkflation's another thing you got to look at. You got to look for. By the way, the buying power of the dollar gets lower and lower. Your ability to buy things hold on. Sorry, you guys. Take a look at the price of bread over the years. Take a look at the price of eggs over the years. Take a look at the price of anything over the years. You know, one of the reasons why I live such a low-end lifestyle is because if I go to a restaurant, I'm basically spending way more money than I ever need to. I am so anti-restaurant at this point. The only time I go to restaurants is to take my girlfriend on a date. That's about it. That's about the extent of it. Other than that, restaurants are a fucking waste of time and money. Restaurants are a goddamn waste of money. I should say a waste of cash. I am so against restaurants. I think that restaurants and bars are black holes for money. I'm going to repeat myself. Restaurants and bars are fucking black holes for money, dude. They are black holes for money. Straight up. You know I'm right.
This is a well-known phenomenon now. Back in 2007, people weren't talking about it quite as much. If you were 37 in 2007, when you were in first grade in this country, a Snickers bar cost 20 cents. By 2007, it cost nearly $1, and it was smaller. In that and countless other ways, it was obvious that actually this currency wasn't worth what they told us it was, and it was...
Well, yeah, and that's why you don't hold on to the dollar. You just don't hold on to the dollar. You don't hold on to any currency, to be honest, any longer than you need to. I will say this, though. I do tend to keep at least roughly $10,000 in my checking account, but that's about the baseline that I keep it at. And the reason I keep $10,000 in my checking account is, one, if I don't want to rack up debt, that's even worse. Racking up credit card debt, for example, is a stupid idea, so I want to make sure that I never have the opportunity to have credit card debt, so I do keep $10,000 in my checking account at all times. And then, on top of that, not only do I keep $10,000 in my checking account at all times, because that's the smart thing to do, first off, it helps you stay disciplined to have a base minimum of $10,000, because if you have a base minimum of $10,000 in your checking account and you say that's like $0, anytime you go below the $10,000, you feel like you're in the negatives, and that can actually be psychologically a good thing. And for me, it's a good thing. It's not financial advice, because everybody's mind is different when it comes to the world of finance. But yeah, no, I'm just, it's just one of those things. Dude, why would I put that in a high yield savings account when I need, here's the thing. One of the reasons I like to keep the cash around is because I don't want any chance of an overdraft fee, and having $10,000. So like, for example, I like to keep excess money to the side. I like to keep excess cash to the side. So if a market crash happens, I can transfer that cash to my brokerage, buy stocks on the dip, and then boom, and then I'm good. Yeah, no, I just like having $10,000 I can access at any time. That's the thing. It's really an accessibility issue, because if you put it in a high yield savings account, it's not super easy to access. It is easy to access, but you have to like transfer it back to the checking account when you need it. I just find that very inconvenient and kind of stupid. And plus, at the end of the day, just to let you know, I get 3% cash back on every purchase that I make with my credit card, so I don't necessarily need a high-yield savings account. I pay off my credit cards every 2 weeks, except for the credit card that has a 0% interest rate. I just use that for the hell of it. I just pay the minimum on that until the 2-year promo ends for it. Orwell resident says a savings account at the same bank makes instant transfers. Yeah, but here's the thing, dude. The savings account at my bank sucks. I mean, I could ask my bank and see if they actually have a high yield. Actually, you know what? Let me ask I'm going to actually look at I'm not going to tell you guys what bank I bank through for my checking account because I don't like people knowing too much about where I bank. But I am going to look and see if my bank actually has a high yield savings account. So let me look up high yield savings account. Give me one moment, guys. Oh, dude, that fucking dude, some of the man, they don't really even have a high yield savings account. What the hell? Yeah, screw that, dude. Screw that. Yeah, here's the thing. By the way, most of my net worth, by the way, even though I have roughly about $10,000 in my checking account at all times, the majority of my net worth is in my brokerage accounts. So I keep the $10,000 available because, like I said, let's say a market crash happens and I want to take advantage of that market crash. I can easily transfer some of that money, some of that cash from my checking account, not all of it, but some of it, and then transfer it to my brokerage account, and then I could just start investing away and buying stocks at lower prices. I think gold and silver, though. I think gold and silver ETFs are actually a pretty good way to make instant money. Not instant money, but not financial advice. But I love swing trading gold and silver ETFs overall, just because they're just a lot more fun to swing trade. I don't see why I would swing trade anything else in all actuality. That's just the way I do it, at least. But yeah, so I was looking. So I'm not going to tell you guys what bank I go through, but the bank I go through, they actually don't really offer they don't even really offer a high yield savings account. It sucks. So their options for a high yield savings account are virtually non-existent. Now they do have certificate of deposits, but fuck that. Certificate of deposits are fucking stupid. And here's the thing: you're better off just having real estate investment trusts, in my opinion. Sure, they're a little volatile, but at least you get higher yields, and if you're diversified enough, it usually ends up balancing out in the end, and there's more growth opportunity in real estate investment trusts than there would be in a fucking high-yield savings account, because high-yield savings accounts fucking blow, bro. You have 3 bank accounts? Damn, dude. Damn, bro. All right, we're back. And I'm AI. What am I? I'm AI? How the hell am I AI, bro? Let's see. Orwell, the resident, says, nah, I just take advantage of the promos. If they're going to give me $500 for transferring $1,500 in and keeping it in there for 6 months, that's easy money. That is true. That is actually... Damn, dude. Orwell, the resident, you might be onto something, bro. So wait a minute. So you're telling me that, like, let's say I, like, signed up for one of those types of promos. I transfer, like, $1,500. Oh, my God. That's actually smart as fuck. So what I need to do is I just need to start taking advantage of those types of promotions. And then once it's in there for a certain amount of time, I just transfer all the money back into my regular checking account. That's actually not a bad idea. By the way, I'm not saying that anybody should do that. That is what I'm quoting from Orwell the resident. Orwell the resident said that he takes advantage of those promos. If they're going to give him like $500, for example, he's transferring $1,500 in and keeping it there for 6 months. That's not a bad idea, bro. Blue Meanie is saying, you know he be pissing in that sink. Dude, it's my only bathroom. No, just kidding. Nate Dogg says, most time when I see those, they ask for like 20K deposits. Fuck that, dude. I'm not sticking 20K in there just to get $500. Dude, honestly, that's the way I look at it is I might as well put 20K into actual like an entire dividend portfolio or something, you know? That's the way I would do it. Blue Meanie says, does he wash his dishes with piss? That's the real question. Hey, what up, Blue Meanie? My brony bro, dude. You're a pink brony bro. But yeah, Nate Dogg says, yeah, most of the time. Yeah, so I'll have to look for, I do kind of want to look into a few like different banks online and see if they have like offers where like, hey, if you transfer like $1,000 or $2,000 from your bank, from your current bank to this particular checking account and you keep it in here for like 6 months, it's not a bad idea. I mean, there is something to it. There does seem to be something to it, man. I don't know. I mean, I personally like it. I think it's very sexy. And by the way, another reason I want to let everybody know, one of the reasons I like to keep a good amount, one of the reasons I like to keep at least $10,000 in my checking account at all times is because I do like to swing trade silver. So if silver was to keep dipping and keep dipping and keep dipping and keep dipping and keep dipping forever, I would want to have that extra money just in case I need to put an extra $1,000 into my brokerage account to continue to slowly, and I mean slowly, buy the silver dip. Because silver is one of those that, like, if you buy the dip and you hold on for a while, but, like, you don't go all in with silver, this is the thing. This is the rookie mistake that most people make, is they tend to go all in. And that's the rookie mistake when it comes to swing trading precious metals. Never go all in on silver. Never. You want to keep cash on standby. Now, I keep a good amount of cash in my brokerage account. I keep a good amount of cash in my checking account. You should always have spare cash lying around in your brokerage and your checking account. Not financial advice, simply for educational and entertainment purposes only. But one of the reasons I like to keep spare cash, loose cash hanging around is so that way I can trickle buy. I love trickle buying into silver. Because when people are doubting silver or the price of silver goes down, and the reason the price goes down is because everybody's selling it or whatever, or the demand is just like really low. Here's the one thing I love about the silver markets is the silver markets might be the most bipolar markets that you'll ever meet. Seriously, I mean it when I say this. The silver markets are increasingly bipolar. This is one thing I've analyzed from studying the volatility metrics of silver, of the spot price of silver. Silver goes up, silver goes down. But I'll tell you what, today, for example, silver went down like 11%. It went down a whole 11%. You know what I did? I bought like 2 or 3 shares of P-Silv. And that's a silver trust. And I'm telling you, man, this is why I keep a lot of spare cash on the side, because I love whenever I see the silver market crash, I see that as a major opportunity to make a quick buck. If you want to make a quick buck on silver, man, the opportunities are endless. And not financial advice by any means. But yeah, I love buying silver on the dip, though. I'm obsessed. For example, P-Silv right now is at $25.28 per share. Earlier, I bought a share. Actually, I bought 3 shares earlier, each for varying levels of prices. But for example, I got it at $24.39 a share, and currently P-Silv is sitting at $25.28 per share. So that's not bad. Yeah, either way. So silver at any time can go up on a bull run, but it can also go down it can go into a deep bear market too. People underestimate just how much of a deep bear market it can go into. So Ben338 says, you don't know what you're talking about. I'm a millionaire with no formal education. You are giving bad advice. Hold on. Ben, I'm not giving any advice. This is not financial advice. This is for educational and entertainment purposes only, like I keep harping at you guys. So, Ben, I want to dissect what you're saying. Okay, you're a millionaire. Fabulous. I mean, I respect that. I respect that wholeheartedly. I'm going to kiss your boots now. No, but what I'm trying to say is I'm not... You got to hear it. You got to paint... You got to listen to the whole picture. I constantly tell these people, everybody in the chat, I tell them, what I do is that 70 to 80% of my portfolio is heavily diversified. I am diversified in the entirety of the equities market, including international. I am diversified in silver, in precious metals. I have real estate investment trusts. I have so many different ETFs, it would blow your mind. I'm heavily diversified, so I could sleep soundly at night, basically, knowing that my risk is so spread out that I'll be okay no matter what the outcome is. Second, Ben. Like I said, none of it's advice. This is perception. Now, I did say 70% of my portfolio was buy and hold. I never sell 70% of my portfolio. 30% of it is swing traded. Now, I swing trade, and I'm gonna let you know what I swing trade. Okay, I swing trade the P-Silv, PSLV. I'm not endorsing it in any way. But the reason that I swing trade the P-Silv is because silver is such a volatile market, and I could get into P-Silv at lower price points per share. And the reason that I swing trade the volatility of the silver markets is simple. You can make a quick buck by playing the volatility of the silver market, and then when you make a quick buck from that, you can then take that additional dough that you're making, be careful about taxes, obviously, and then funnel it into more long-term investments, and the cycle continues. And look, one of the reasons I keep excess cash in my portfolio is so that way I could play the volatility of the silver markets accordingly. I also play the volatility of the gold markets, but not as much as I do the silver markets. I am way more in tune. I am way more in tune with the silver markets than I am the gold markets. I do swing trade the VT as well. And then the rest of my portfolio, like I said, 70% of my portfolio is literally just a very widespread range of ETFs, the index ETFs specifically, that I hold for the long term. And I just let those appreciate, and then I take home, and then the dividends that come in, I tend to invest those dividends into other ETFs that maybe I don't have, or maybe other individual stocks that I particularly love, like maybe I don't know, Visa, MasterCard, just like S&P 500 names, nothing too fancy, and then just put them into companies that I know are good. At the end of the day, my whole goal is to invest, swing trade the volatility of silver. That's my goal. And Ben338, I think what I'm saying makes sense. Now that I've explained myself, and since you're a millionaire, I want to hear your thoughts. So Ben_338, I hope you're still in the chat. I hope you heard everything I just said, and I want to hear what you have to say now. Now that I've explained my entire investment philosophy to you, what do you think? Because here's the thing, I enjoy hearing from millionaires. I really do. But one of the things that's allowed me to get a pretty sizable amount of additional money from my portfolio is swing trading silver. Swing trading silver has been one of the most lucrative opportunities I've had in a long time. And Orwell the Resident says I buy dividend stocks and use the dividends to buy index ETFs. That's perfect. That's great. Archer says simp scribe. I'm really hoping that Ben guy is on. The Ben guy, Ben_338. I really wanted to hear his opinion on what I was telling him. I was hoping that he would come back, but I guess he isn't. Orwell the Resident says being a millionaire is easy if you buy real estate. Okay. I mean, I think you could be a millionaire by being a stock investor too. If you're really good at investing in stocks, you could be a millionaire just as easily. So that's not necessarily out of the question. If you invest heavily, heavily, man, if you were to put like $300,000 into a like heavily diversified portfolio, like let it sit there for 5 years, that thing's going to appreciate like wildfire. That shit is going to appreciate like crazy. But yeah, my whole goal is to remain as diversified as possible. The more you spread out your risk, the better off you are in the end. I really do believe that. Hey, Kerm Frog just sent a bronze medal for 50 joules. Thank you so much, Kermit. I appreciate that a lot. Thank you so much. Kerm Frog, make sure you guys subscribe to my boy here. Incredible. But no, I was really hoping that Ben guy would come back into the chat and let me know what he thought about my what he thought about my in-depth explanation on how I invest. That's all. 'Cause I am the Tin Man. Never ever trust a frog. Frog eat frog, bro. It's all about my home dog. Frog eat frog. That's my homie. I'm starting to lose my voice a little bit, so I want to apologize if I start sounding a little bit off. I've been talking on this, dude. I've been really. Hey, Kerm Frog. Hey, I want to thank you again for everybody. Give a shout out, warm round of applause. Thank you for giving me a bronze medal for 50 joules, man. I really appreciate that deeply. I'm going to keep that up on the screen for a little bit so people can appreciate Kerm Frog. I appreciate you, Brony. I really do appreciate the gift, though. That shit really helps the channel quite a bit. So anytime we get virtual gifts, man, I'll tell you what, it helps the channel grow in a lot of ways, and it does help keep us afloat and keeps us funded and stuff like that. So we love virtual gifts, man. We're all about the virtual gift life. I'll tell you what.
It's becoming worth less. And only Ron Paul was talking about that. And he was making a number of other points, too. One was that the United States wasn't actually deriving any benefit from all of these foreign wars. That it just wasn't helping us at all. And that in the end, maybe violence isn't the solution. He wasn't making hostile points. He certainly wasn't attacking anyone. He was merely saying this foreign policy, the foreign policy that led us into, say, the Iraq War, and into Syria, and into Libya, and into Vietnam, for that matter, isn't helping our country. It's incredibly wasteful of money and human lives. And
yeah, Orwell the Resident might have just won comment of the year. So Orwell the Resident says he pisses in the sink and then he shop vacs it up and then puts it in the toilet. Orwell the Resident, my man. Come on, brony. You're a pink brony, bro. We got frog eat frog. OMG. Frog eat frog in the house. Incredible. Too sexy. Too beautiful. I love you, Frog Eat Frog. You're the man. You're the man now, Frog. Dude, we got two frogs in the house. We got Frog Eat Frog, and then we have Kermit Kerm Frog. Orwell knows what's up. I think Orwell might be into frosting as well. So we have two frogs in the house. We got Frog Eat Frog, and we got Kermit Kerm Frog in the chat. We got the Brony Bros. I always knew that I was amphibious. Oh, I mean ambidextrous. Frog Eat Frog says, I eat frogs. Come here, Kermit. Oh, God. There's going to be cannibalism in here. No cannibalism, you guys.
It doesn't bring the result they claim it does. And that's basically all Ron Paul said. He mostly wanted to talk about monetary policy and gold. But for the crime of saying what he said about foreign policy, he was truly hated. And the word went out, time to discredit Ron Paul. Well, I had no idea any of this was going on until I filed my story to the New Republic at the end of 2007. And it was kind of...
Yeah, the water's turning the frogs gay.
skeptical, but amused and affectionate. I liked Ron Paul. Who wouldn't like Ron Paul? What a nice man.
Yeah, Ron Paul's the GOAT, dude. The greatest of all time, dude. We love Ron Paul on this channel. I love Ron Paul, bro.
Didn't understand some of what he was saying. I didn't agree with other parts of it, but it wasn't hostile. It was kind of detached and amused and sometimes bemused.
The water's turning the freaking frogs gay.
The editor says, oh, I like the story. Good job. We're done. Then 2 days later...
Hey, if you guys can, though, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. The more subscribers we get, the better. If you guys love Tucker Carlson as much as I do, if you guys think that you can't cuck the tuck, if you guys love Tucker motherfucker Carlson, I love Tucker Carlson, bro. But yeah, if you guys love Tucker Carlson as much as I do, please subscribe to the channel. I really do think he's an incredible journalist. I think he's one of the few journalists out there like Nick Shirley who are like freaking goated. They're sexy. They're really good at what they do, and they understand how to investigate at a very high level. I love it. But yeah, give it up for Tucker Carlson. If you guys love Tucker Carlson as much as I do, subscribe to his channel. And if you love me too, subscribe to my channel. Let's go.
I got a call from that very same editor at the New Republic who said, we have a problem. Ron Paul, it turns out, is a racist.
Oh.
And an anti-Semite. And I said, really? I'm not working for Ron Paul. I've got no emotional attachment to the campaign, but he didn't seem like a bigot to me. He seemed like a nice Christian man. Oh, no. The editor.
Yeah, Ron Paul's... Dude, I love Ron Paul, dude. Anybody who hates on Ron Paul can suck it.
Said, we sent out a reporter...
Like, he's legitimately one of the kindest dudes in the world. And, like, anybody who's, like, bad-mouthing Ron Paul, dude, hell no. Hell no.
Jamie Kirchick, a recent Yale graduate and a fervid neoconservative, to go check into Ron Paul's background. And it turns out that he had newsletters back in the 1980s that used racist terms. And we think he's an anti-Semite based on his foreign policy. I said, okay.
Everything is
then
racist.
The author of that piece, Jamie Kirchick, called me and kind of grilled me. You spend time with this man, this bigot? Said Jamie Kirchick?
You're a racist. You're a sexist. You're a homophobe. God.
Occupying the moral high ground immediately? I said, I've got nothing to do with that. I didn't hear Ron Paul say anything about it. And they tried to...
Rest easy, knowing your precious metals are stored...
But I pushed hard, and it ran at the very end of 2007. Not that anyone cares. It's the New Republic. It has a readership of like 1,900 people, but I cared since I wrote the piece. And then the very next issue, the first issue of 2008, had a cover story by Jamie Kirchick on how you may have reached...
By the way, I was thinking about writing a book. I mean, I always think about writing a book. I need to do it one of these days. But I think an appropriate title for the book would be called The Art of Volatility. The Art of Volatility. And the reason I want to write this book is I think that volatility is a very not underrated. I think volatility is something not to be feared, but to be embraced. The volatility in markets is really what I'm referring to. And look, my thesis for swing trading in general is to keep a good amount of cash as a cushion in your brokerage account. But if you swing trade anything in your brokerage account, I think you want to make sure that you're swing trading something like a precious metal, right? Like something like, and I really believe it. So you could even swing trade the S&P 500 index if you really wanted to, which in a lot of ways isn't too bad, but it's not volatile enough for me. I need something even more volatile, but I need to know that that thing that I'm buying the dip on, I need to make sure that that thing that I'm buying the dip on has underlying value in itself, is actually valuable in reality. For example, I'm not going to be buying Bitcoin on the dip. You want to know why? Because Bitcoin is utter trash and it's not really intrinsically worth anything at the end of the day, and it could easily go to zero. Don't underestimate Bitcoin's ability to go to zero, you guys. Do not underestimate it. Anything with an intrinsic value of zero eventually goes to zero. That is something you got to remember. 2, silver cannot be printed. I mean, it can be mined for sure. It can be mined, but it can't be printed by the government. That's another advantage that you have by owning silver. Orwell the Resident says he swing trades dividend stocks and then just rebalances like 2 to 3 times a year. That's not a bad idea either. I was thinking about, I've actually considered swing trading like dividend index ETFs, like index ETFs that actually that are comprised primarily of decently yielding dividend stocks. And there's always volatility in those, but it's not very large. I need large volatility. You know? I need large volatility, you guys. That's what I need. I think you all know it. But yeah, when it boils down to it, man, I really do enjoy just swing trading the way that I do. I think swing trading silver has been really something, and you know, I realize that all signs pointed to silver, and I sound like a crackpot, I know. And by the way, I'm not gonna, just to let everybody know, don't worry, I'm not gonna sell all my stocks. I'm not gonna sell all my stocks and go all in on silver. That is a level of suicide that I'm not willing to do. No, not financial advice. None of this is financial advice. This is just my personal journey in the investment world. No, but like I said, 70 to 80% of my portfolio is never going to be sold. 80% of my portfolio will never be touched. 70 to 80% of it will never be touched. You want to know why? Because I know what ETFs and what individual stocks I have that are not meant to be touched, and I know in my portfolio what is meant to be touched, right? I know that my silver and gold ETFs are meant to be swing traded accordingly, and the reason I swing trade them is because I want to make profit off of them, because they're volatile. And I do have, and another ETF that I do swing trade because it is the global equity market, is the VT, the Vanguard Total World Index. I don't swing trade that one as much, but I do have a pretty decent holding of the VT, just so that way I have massive diversification across the equities markets, including international. So I have some pretty good holdings of VT. But I do swing trade gold and silver. Like I said, I love purchasing silver slowly, silver ETFs and silver trusts on the dip, as the price of silver dips, obviously. But yeah, here's the thing, though. One of the reasons why I love silver is I don't need consistent income because I have $10,000 in my checking account. Here's the thing. I have the ability to wait it out, you know? And what do I mean by wait it out? So let's say silver kept dropping. Let's say silver kept going down and down and down and down at just the price of silver. Let's just say it kept dropping, right? So what would I do? I would buy 1 or 2 shares of P-Silv every day that it dipped. And if it kept dipping, if the price of silver kept going down and down and down and down, I would keep buying on the way down. And the reason I would do that is because I have enough cash reserves on the side. I also have a ton of cash sitting in my checking account too. Ton of cash in my brokerage, ton of cash in my checking account. So because I have the cash leverage, I am never going to get margin called, which is really nice. And I also don't really use that much margin. I use margin if I think I might want to use a little bit of it. But overall, no, my portfolio is very stable. Like I said, the majority of my portfolio is individual stocks, like REITs and, Coca-Cola, for example, that sort of thing. I got individual stocks that I like that I own at least a share of. But then I also have several different index ETFs. A lot of them expose me to international companies, and then others expose me to U.S. companies. And but yeah, I have a very diversified portfolio of ETFs. I'm very spread out. My risk is so spread out that it would make John D. Rockefeller blush. Because John D. Rockefeller, one of his big philosophies was, I got to spread out my risk. That was one of his big principal philosophies, was to spread out his risk. And he's a smart man for doing that, by the way. The more you spread out your risk, the better. I mean, that's just a smart thing to do, bro. You got to spread out that risk. So yeah, I think it's good to keep a good amount of cash on the side, because if you're going to be swing trading silver and you're going to be buying silver on the dip, which honestly I think that's the smartest thing that people can do. So many people, and it pisses me off, so many people buy things as they're going up, but in all reality, you should be buying things depending on the thing. You should be buying the asset on the dip as long as it's an asset that has underlying intrinsic value. Because if you buy Bitcoin on the dip, there's no guarantee that Bitcoin will ever go back up. There's technically no guarantee that silver will go back up either. But the true chance is that silver will eventually go back up, because silver is a precious metal. The demand is not consistent. It fluctuates, absolutely. And that's the thing. That's the beauty about the fluctuating demand of silver. Because the demand for silver is so bipolar, some days, some weeks, the demand for silver goes up so much that the spot price just goes up. And then there are weeks where it just goes back down. So you can make profit from volatility. You just want to make sure that the thing that you're buying the dip on, whatever that thing is, whether it's gold, whether it's silver, whether it's index funds, you want to make sure that anything that you're buying the dip on is something that you're willing to hold for a certain amount of time. ET says, could you screen share us your Cash App? Why do you guys need my Cash App? I mean, I do have the Cash app on here, I think. Hold on. It's been a while since it's actually been a while since I've signed into Cash App, so I have to sign back into it. Why do you guys? So ET, can you tell me why you want me to send you the Cash App code? Hold on. Oh, actually, I got my old debit card on there. Hold on. I haven't updated my debit card on there, and I don't plan on updating it right now. But yeah, I use Venmo. So I have Cash App, but it's been a while since I've updated any information on there. So, but I primarily use Venmo. That's my main money sharing one. Is just Venmo. Kermit Kermfrog says, I had a huge crap that looked like you. Hell yeah. My man. What a stud, dude. I love you, Kermit. You're the man. You're the man now, Frog. Hey, but I want to thank everybody for taking the time to even come onto this channel and come onto the show. I want to thank everybody for subscribing to the channel, too. We currently have 8,187 subs. I repeat, 8,187 subs, dude. Boom. But yeah, I just want to let you know, that's what we got, man. We got 8,187 subs. So don't forget to subscribe, man, so that way we can get climb to 8,200. And hey, man, we're climbing higher every day. This channel is climbing higher every day in the subscriber count, and I can't thank you guys enough, man. I mean, you guys are amazing. The fact of the matter is we just keep getting more and more subscribers every day, and we're on a real path to 10,000 subs. 10,000 subscribers. Can you guys believe it? I think we're going to do it. I think we're going to do it. ET is celebrating. Hell yeah. But hey, we're on the right path, man. But yeah, I still can't believe we're at 8,187, man. That's a little wild to me. Just the fact that we've even made it this far is just, it's really, really cool. And everybody's been very supportive. So I want to thank everybody for being so incredibly supportive on this one. You guys help the channel grow in more ways than one, man. I couldn't have done it without you guys.
It's the wrong conclusion about Ron Paul in the last issue. Actually, the guy's a racist.
Oh, God.
An anti-Semite, probably. We can't prove it, but of course he is. White Christian guy, right-winger. The piece was actually called Angry White Man, written about the least angry white man this country's ever produced. People have called Ron Paul many things, and some of them may be true. Angry, they've never called him.
Our new partner, Dose, is a way better...
Dose. Let's see. Christian Medwig says he eats anything that's not nailed down. Oh, God. That's funny. But yeah, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, though. The more subscribers we get, the better. It does help the channel grow in a lot of ways. So yeah, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. It really helps the channel thrive. We're trying to get to 8,200 subscribers before the stream ends. I'm not too sure if we're going to get there, but hey, we could. So make sure you guys tap the subscribe button. Tap the like button, too. The more likes we get, the better. It really does rein in more people. So.
Better option than Big Pharma. That's not damn
really reins in the people.
Praise. Anything's a better option than Big Pharma. There's a much better option. Some things are just out of people's hands, and cholesterol is often one of them. Everyone gets blamed for getting bad cholesterol because they eat crappy food, but the truth is a lot of it's just genetic. It runs in your family, and there's not a lot you can do. So pharma decides the only option is take some pill. And they can help, but a lot of them have unintended consequences, to put it mildly. And if you don't quite trust...
And to be honest, if you guys are looking to lose weight, and this is not medical advice, but there are plenty of natural solutions that doctors can... That there are actual doctors on YouTube who I trust far more than normal doctors, because most of the normal doctors in clinics and hospitals, or most of the ones in hospitals, want to prescribe you some sort of drug that's going to either try to fix your mind or fix your metabolism or something. And that shit's frustrating, dude. That shit is so fucking frustrating. It's extremely. No, I think one of the big things is there's a lot of natural solutions out there for a lot of problems that people have. And people tend not to go for the natural solutions. And I don't know why. There's a lot of natural things that I do, for example. I drink pomegranate juice. So because I drink pomegranate juice basically every day. Actually, I didn't drink my pomegranate juice today. That's totally my bad. But I drink pomegranate juice most days. I'm going to actually drink some here in front of you guys. But yeah, this is not medical advice in any way, shape, or form. But this is just one of my personal routines. Nicholas Skinetta says Dr. Paul Mason. I'll have to look him up, man. Actually, let me write that name down. I love reacting to medical stuff too. So, Dr. Paul Mason. Hell yeah. Yeah, there's a few interesting doctors out there. So I just lied. What? Christian Medwig, I don't even know what you're talking about, bro. In fact, give me a few moments. I'm going to drink some pomegranate juice in front of you guys. I love this shit. I don't know why I call it. It's actually pomegranate juice, but sometimes I call it pomegranate juice. I don't know why. So I got hairy palms. I got very hairy palms, you guys. But yeah, I can't believe we're almost to 8,200. I can't believe we're actually so close. We're actually really, really close, you guys. We're extremely close to hitting 10,000 subscribers, and I'm kind of surprised. I mean, not like too surprised. I knew my hard work would pay off eventually. I just didn't know that my hard work would pay off so quickly, is what I'm saying. Because I feel like my hard work has paid off very, very, very quickly. More quickly than I ever would have imagined. So I want to thank everybody who's been involved in the process and making this show number one. You guys make this show the number one show, in my opinion. I mean, it's the number one show in my mind because of you guys. I actually enjoy doing this show because every time I pop into the chat, I have a very unique, you guys are very unique people. Even the people who make fun of me, I actually enjoy you guys. Christian Medwig, you're kind of a pain in the ass, but I love you anyway, bro. I want to say this, Christian Medwig, you are a total pain in my rear, but you make me laugh sometimes, man. So I want to thank you for being a part of the show. Sierran, let's see, decreased. Yeah, it's called decreased calorie intake. They don't think full sugar pomegranate. Just gonna do that. Yeah, no, I love pomegranate juice though. Like it's one of the best, man. But I've been trying to drink more water every day, try to stay more hydrated, really flush out my system too. I've been drinking hot water intentionally so that way I can flush out my system. I may even start drinking like apple cider vinegar just to kind of clear out my gut and shit, you know. I don't know if that's a good idea. I don't know all the tricks and tips. I know some of the core ones, but I will say that one of the reasons I don't look very old is pomegranate juice and green tea over the years. So I used to drink a lot of green tea, but I also used to drink a lot of pomegranate juice, and both of those are very antioxidant in their properties. So I would say that those have actually kept me very, what's the term? They've kept me very, they've kept me youthful. I attribute the fact that I don't have any injuries because I've played a lot of sports over the years. I played a lot of pickup basketball. I've ran a lot of miles, and I will say I've put a lot of miles on this body, straight up. And it's kind of crazy to think, you know, I love hot water, man. No, I love hot water. I love drinking hot water, bro. I use my coffee maker to heat up my water, and then I just drink that throughout the day. Lies? What lies are you talking about, bro? What lies? Liar! Liar! You're a liar. You're a fucking liar. All right, let's listen. Okay, before I start drinking pomegranate juice in front of you guys, I do want to finish this sponsor because Tucker Carlson was nice enough to describe Ron Paul in a kind way.
That plan, no one can blame you for it. That's why you should think about Dose. Very different. Dose for Cholesterol is a clinically backed cholesterol support supplement. Targets triglycerides, HDL.
Okay. Hayab Shah says, we know you don't be running or playing basketball. No, I'm a big boy. Don't get me wrong. I'm a very fat boy. I'm a fat boy, dude. I'm okay with being built like a refrigerator, bro.
A lot of people use it, and the results have been remarkable for them. And it's easy to take. It's a daily 2-ounce shot that tastes like mango. So that means no pills, no powders, no injections. And it works. And it's filled with natural ingredients like turmeric, not a bunch of weird chemicals that you can't pronounce and may again have unintended consequences. Visit dosedaily.co/Tucker and use the code Tucker for 35% off. If you want to try it, we recommend it. dosedaily.co/Tucker, code Tucker, 35% off.
Interesting, man. That sounds like a cool thing, man. I'll have to look into Dose. I'll have to see what that's all about, though. Absolutely. That is one of the things, and this is a Matt Walsh clip, it looks like. It says, Epstein survivors demand justice in game day ads. So why is no one naming names? That is a very good question, by the way. If these Epstein survivors, wait a minute. Since we all know who they are now, since we all know who the Epstein survivors are, why don't they just start listing the people that they saw on Epstein's Island? Why don't they start naming names? Be like, hey, this dude raped me, this dude touched me, this dude this, blah, blah, blah. Just name names. At this point, they should be able to name names. And I'm not like, and by the way, I know it's a painful experience to go through that, but if you want real justice, to happen, you got to do something. If these gals want justice, they were all on Epstein's Island, right? They were all being harassed by Epstein's clients, and they're all coming out, so why don't they drop names? Give the FBI some names, drop the names on a podcast. I don't care. I know they're scared, and I get that, but that's crazy, man. That's insane. Whew. This whole situation's been a train wreck. Oh shit, ESPN is firing Stephen A. Smith for agreeing with Trump criticism of Bad Bunny's Super Bowl? Really? I gotta see this.
If you work in IT, you probably know this moment when, your CEO asked.
You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-hold.
Yeah, I am shocked. I am honestly shocked if ESPN fires Stephen A. Smith. That would be shocking.
It's Barred Truth on Sports.
I'm not the biggest Stephen A. fan in the world, but that would be shocking.
Well, guys,
because he's one of the
Stephen A.
highest paid
Smith
guys on there.
has stepped into it with the Walters again. Because every time, guys, Stephen A. takes one step off the left, just one little step.
Yeah, the wokies always go after Stephen A., though.
They go after this man. And they have now done it again, folks. Because Stephen A. Smith has agreed with President Trump about Bad Bunny's.
And there's nothing wrong with that. It's totally fine. By the way, it is absolutely 100% okay to agree with President Trump, man. People got every right, bro. People got every right.
Super Bowl halftime show performance. Not all of it. Just one major thing that he agreed with President Trump. And they want this man canceled. Stephen A. actually addressed this, folks. Now we got the clip here of what Stephen A. actually said when he actually said President Trump has a valid point when it comes to Bad Bunny performing in.
Yeah, it would be pretty dumb for ESPN to just let him go, Chris Guthrie. Yeah, because he's still got like $80 million left on his contract. If they fired him, they would still owe him money. They would still owe him that $80 million. They would have to buy him out, basically.
Spanish.
And I don't think ESPN wants to take that loss. I think ESPN would be stupid to fire Stephen A. Smith and then have to owe him $80 for leaving, $80 million for leaving.
They didn't like that. The Walters did not like that, and now they're trying to get Stephen A. fired from ESPN, even though Stephen A. did not mention this on First Take. He was actually on his own show, Stephen A. Smith Show, but apparently,
yeah. The one thing I respect about Stephen A. is when he's on his own personal Twitter account or when he's doing his own show, like his Stephen A. Smith Show, which is not owned by ESPN as far as I know. he's able to express his own personal opinions, do his own personal thing, blah, blah, blah. So I don't understand why ESPN would fire him. Obviously, he hasn't been fired, it sounds like. But I feel like the title of this particular video is a little misleading because it says ESPN firing Stephen A. Smith for agreeing with Trump criticism of Bad Bunny's Super Bowl halftime show. I don't necessarily agree with this title. I think it's a little bit clickbaity. It feels like clickbait, to be honest. But that's neither here nor there. I think it would be stupid for ESPN to fire Stephen A. Smith because he's still a big part of that network, and First Take is like their biggest show. Even though it doesn't get the best ratings, it's probably the best rated show on their network, though. Because nobody else really wants to watch. Nobody wants to watch ESPN to begin with. Nobody really gives two shits about ESPN anymore. It's kind of dying. Now, I will admit, Fox Sports 1's pretty good. I do enjoy Fox Sports 1 or Fox Sports Net or whatever they are. But yeah, it's definitely clickbait on the Black and White Sports Network. But give me a moment, you guys. Hold on. Vacation time. What up, Brony? Well, you guys, it's about time for me to go to bed. If you guys can, though, subscribe. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please tap the subscribe button. It does help the channel grow. I am losing my voice a little bit, and I am tired, so I'm just going to call it quits on the stream tonight. I do appreciate everybody for taking the time to tap the like button and also taking the time to subscribe to the channel. You know, we've gotten so many new members to the show. It's wild. You know, the show's just getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and we're closer every day to 10,000 subs. So don't forget to tap the subscribe button. The more subscribers we get, the better. If you love Donald Trump as much as I do, and you think that Donald Trump is the man, please subscribe to the channel. If you guys think that Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell are terrible people, you know, please subscribe to the channel. This whole Jeffrey Epstein debacle, man, it's getting crazier and crazier, dude. I mean, Ghislaine Maxwell and Jeffrey Epstein, honestly, were the original Hollywood power couple, if you think about it, because the Hollywood elites loved Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine. A lot of people in government loved Ghislaine and Jeffrey. It was just terrible. Terrible, terrible, terrible. Through that frosting away growth. Oh, man. All right. Well, I want to thank you guys for taking the time to tune in. Thank you guys for subscribing to the channel. We've been getting a lot of subscribers, and you guys have been helping out a lot. So the simple act of you guys even subscribing to the channel, it means the world to me. And you guys make the channel. You guys make the channel grow. You guys make it bigger. You make it better. So thanks to everybody. But yeah. Motherfucker, subscribe to the channel, simp. Subscribe. Gotta do what you gotta do, man. Chris Guthrie says, any fears you'll lose Rashid Shaheed in free agency? I mean, we could. There is that possibility. And he's a pretty fast dude. We might. I don't really fear it, though, as long as we have Jackson Smith and Jigba. And if we could still... I don't know how many years Cooper Kupp has left in him. But I am a big Cooper Kupp fan. And, you know, honestly, I hope we can keep the core receivers together, especially Rashid Shaheed. I think he's going to want to re-sign with Seattle because he just won a Super Bowl with them. You know, he played a prominent role on that Seattle team, and I think a lot of these guys are very happy in Seattle. But then again, I could be wrong. Some other team may offer Shaheed more money, and he's probably going to take it. So, I mean, we'll see what Rashid Shaheed does. We'll see what he ends up pulling off, but yeah, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, though. Tap the subscribe button. The more subscribers we get, the better. If you love Donald Trump as much as I do and you think that Donald Trump is the greatest president of all time, please subscribe to the channel. It does help. But I am tired. I have been streaming most of the day. Not going to lie, dude. Hang on to Jake Bobo. Absolutely, dude. Jake Bobo, bro. But yeah, you guys, I am bloody tired right now. I am actually, like, drained. I did not expect to be I can't even speak. I can't speak. But I was so excited. I've been so excited to just do more of this. And I love doing these streams, man. These streams are very exciting to me. More exciting than you could ever know. All right, you guys, I'm out. I can't speak. I can't think. I think it's time to call it quits for the night. But everybody have an incredible rest of the night. Don't forget to